Sup, nerds? Welcome to episode 24 of the Omni4Game podcast. I'm Sean, and I'm joined with Chris and Brandon as always.
Alright, sup guys? Today's Omni4Game recap. Today we go over locals as always. We then talk about what would be some good options for better reprints. We go through the card reveals, 2 weeks worth. And then we go through you guys' comment questions. And we talk about why is Chris such a dork? If you guys like this stuff, like, comment, subscribe. And we'll be back next week.
Alright. First topic, locals recap. So, everyone got top 4?
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody in this call was in top 4.
Okay, so that means I did the worst, so I'll go first. I got 4th. I took Ruin Mode Turbo, and unfortunately had an off night with RNGesus. I played against Hunters round 1 and proceeded to not play the game 2 games in a row. Just bricked, could not play. Just watched him play the game. Round 2, I played against Bloom. Won easily game 1. Game 2, I was winning easily. And then I started whiffing on pieces. And then he went unchecked for a couple of turns and did Bloom Lord stuff and won. And game 3, I won easily. Round 3, I played against Rose X. I can't remember what order the games went, but I won 1 game.
You got game 1, and then I got 2 and 3.
Okay. Yeah. That's right. Was game 1 was the one where you just left my dudes on the field?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I as soon as that happened, that's when I picked up my secure, because the game had lasted so long. I was like, all right.
That's right. That game was like 30 minutes long because Quartz was just
yeah.
Chill. Okay. Yeah.
I was like, okay, if I have any chance of trying to win the match, or tying, I need to play. I need to play fast. So I was like, I'm just gonna scoop. I'm not even gonna go through it.
Yeah. We actually
got game two, you scooped pretty fast too, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's smart. Like we talked about it in a prior podcast, but it's important to know when to scoop.
Mm-hmm. We actually finished all 3 games. Whereas if neither one of us had scooped, we would have gone into turns like sometime game 2 probably.
Mm-hmm.
And then I played against Crossheart from BT10 round 4 and savagely 2-0'd that deck. Saw all the stuff I needed to see, and it was a pretty easy win. So ended up going 2-2. The only game losses were to myself. I just lost to my deck not giving me the cards I needed to draw. But that does happen from time to time.
I'll go next because I got 3rd. Brian, what was your record? Were you X1 or X2?
We were all 2-2.
We were all X2.
Okay,
my
so
tiebreakers were just slightly better.
Yeah.
All right. So round 1, I played against Brandon's Melga. He just high rolled me super hard.
Oh, Jesus.
Had all of his removal. So anytime I established any sort of board,
I was looking at his hand, dude. He had literally all
sitting
of
there
in his hand.
Anytime I established some sort of board with anything Rose X with Rosemon under it, he would bounce it back to my hand. And then Garu doesn't really care too much if it comes out suspended. Sure, like I'm saving 1 check, but he's just gonna digivolve. Yeah, he's gonna digivolve. It's gonna unsuspend by its own effect, etc., etc. So he high rolled me really quick. That was kind of unfun. And then game 2, I played against Will's Crossheart. I don't want to say it was like super easy because Quartzmon just kind of hurts that deck because Green's inherent problem is it doesn't have any protection whatsoever. So he could just drop like the superior mode on me or X7, I think, cross 7.
Yeah.
Whichever one.
It also is a superior mode. It's just people don't see that one as often.
Well, he could just on play that and blow up my stack. There was I think he was also playing the 9 cost option card for cross, to where he can make it to where you can blow something up and then attack with it.
He was.
Thankfully, I've been trying to read people's cards more often, and he was trying to attack with it, and I was like, I don't think you can, so he could only blow up my stack. But yeah, Quartzmon kind of hurts that deck a lot because I just suspend his tamers and just slowly win from there. I will say it was a little bit of a grind, but that's just because he saw his removal too. Round 3, I played against Sean. He got me, I ended up winning the match, but he got me game 1 because I started getting into this focus as the night went on, where I wanted Quartzmon on the board, and then I wanted as many suspended things on the board as possible so I could kill with it by trashing. So I ended up leaving a couple. Instead of clearing off his bodies and attacking them, I would just leave him there, because my thought process was, if I swing into his Digimon with my Quartzmon, he has a Digimon in Raising and a couple Tamers out that he could promote, Digivolve, play another Tamer, and then start DP reducing my Quartzmon to the point where, he can just kill it by like attacking over it, or BT 1.5 shining it.
BT2 shine, yeah.
BT2 shine. So I just got tunnel focused. I didn't clear off his board. He ended up killing my scoop quick. And then I think 2 and 3 was actually, 2 was one-sided on my side, and then I think game 3 was pretty back and forth, if I remember correctly.
I think so.
But we started playing a little bit faster.
We were playing very quickly in game 3 because we knew we were getting close.
Yeah. And then round 4, I ended up playing against Soul's Hunters, which should have been a toss-up for me, as long as I just don't play a second body or a tamer. I think he got game... I think he 2-0'd me. No, he got game 1, I got game 2. Or vice versa, I can't remember. He got game 2, I got game 1. Okay, so I start off by winning. I don't establish a second body. We end up quartzing each other. And he was down to 1 security. I promote. I Digivolve into my second quartz for basically free because it's green. And then attack, trash his security, and kill him. Game 2, I was trying to establish... If I would have had one more turn, I think I could have had him game 2 for sure. He established superior mode super quick. Like, he saw super optimal cards. You'll see in the video. And he just... by the time... Before I could even promote, he had killed me. And see, that's the part that kills me in game 3, is because he was destroying me with the end of turn attack. That's what he kept hitting me with. So in game 3, he attacked my security with his superior mode. It was like the second or third check, I can't remember. A Yoshino comes out on my security. So at that point in my head, I got tunnel vision and thought, oh no, I'm on a timer now. Because if he sees another superior mode, if I bring out my quartz, it's dead in the water. Because he's already killed my first one, and I only play the 2. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm on a timer. I need to try and kill him as quickly as possible. And a bad habit from my game against Sean happened, where instead of clearing off his Digimon on his board, I left them suspended so I could have more targets for the trashing effect with quartz. Which, in hindsight, obviously, it was a bad idea because I forgot for a second, because I see the superior mode suspended. I go, okay, he can't attack because it's suspended. Moments ago, he just destroyed me. Because when I play against Solar, it never comes up. The superior mode end of turn attack never comes up. He hardly ever plays against me because, like, I'm playing Machine Dramon, and he mostly goes Omni. Yeah, it never really happens because he doesn't do it, because I'll just redirect it, or I'll block it, or whatever, or I don't know. So I just got tunnel visioned again. I had 1 security left. He had a body in Raising and the superior mode suspended, and I had Quartzmon, and he was at 1 memory. So I thought I was in a good position. But before I Digivolved into Quartz, I should have attacked over the superior mode because my Rosemon was big enough to kill it, then Digivolved into Quartzmon. And then I think I just went from there. Instead, what happens is I Digivolve into the Quartzmon, put him to 1. He promotes, attacks with his Digimon, checks the security. I'm like, okay, that's weird. Why'd he do that? And he just goes past turn, attack with superior mode. And he just hit me right there. I was like, oh no. So I should have, I don't know how Bandai's results would have worked. I should have gotten first. Maybe. There's still a chance Solar could have gotten first.
Depending on tiebreakers,
because of Bandai's point system or whatever. but there's a chance I should have gotten either first or second, but I got bumped down to third, which I won't say it's the deck's fault. It's clearly Pilot's fault. I don't think there's
playing it, so
yeah, but even then, I don't think I made too many. Most of the mistakes weren't even mine, or weren't the deck's fault. It was my fault. I think the deck did great. I just made mistakes. I think Rosemon is still very strong. And then I was sitting next to Mel when I think he was playing Yushan, and he goes, "Oh, he's just playing a worse version of my deck." They're not even Bloom and Rosemon aren't even on the same wavelength.
Yeah, they're different green decks.
Not even close.
Rosemon is not Storm.
Solar goes, "Why are you playing 2 quartz?" I'm like, "Are you kidding me right now?" Like,
you should have said, "Why aren't you?"
Yeah, if I had you're playing Hunters. Your deck is literally Quartzmon is your boss monster.
The optimal Hunters build plays 4, and he's only playing 1.
And I'm like, bro, if I had 3, I'd be playing a third. I think the burst mode could have come in handy if the needed Arai came up.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think against you, Sean, the burst mode would have actually killed you. Because you had, 2 Tamers and 3 Digimon?
Something like that. Like, if you had gotten it out, it could have potentially lethaled me.
Yeah, because the burst mode trashes a security for every 2.
Every 2 of mine, yeah.
Right. So I think I can't remember if you had 5 or 6. I think it was 5 cards. So maybe it wouldn't have killed you. I think you would have needed 6 for me to actually kill you. But so anyways, I ended up in third at X2. So it was fun. I'm kind of upset with myself on how I played it, but there's no other way to learn.
Yeah, hindsight's always going to get you.
Yeah.
My match against Will, he did something, and he's like, "Oh, you mind if I take the back?" I said, "No. How are you ever gonna learn if I just let you have it?"
Yep.
So, I mean, that's why That's why I don't take stuff back like certain people.
Yeah.
Wait, which way is Brandon?
Yeah.
He's underneath you.
I'm below you.
Oh.
Yeah. Of course. Then I got second. I was having a really, really good night to start. And then I pulled a Chris, and my night ended horribly. So, as Chris mentioned, we started off against each other. Content coming soon of me bodying him yet again in another quick video.
So fast.
We played an unofficial Game 3 that wasn't recorded. And when I tell you I decked him out instead of OTK'd him, I was never worried in that matchup. Never worried. Because it's just like, I just stun all your stuff, I remove all your stuff, it doesn't matter. Never
While blue doing green's stuff better, crazy.
Yeah, right? I stun better and I remove better now. So it was a pretty okay matchup. The BT15 Melga definitely carries its weight in gold. That thing is like clearly the best boss monster that deck's going to see in a while. So yeah, very good. Second round was also basically probably like a 80-20% matchup win rate for me. Maybe. It's probably higher than that. It's probably 90-10%.
What deck?
Going against Machine Dramon.
Oh, yeah. That should be like 95-5.
Yeah, the 5% is I break.
Yeah.
Because that's basically what it takes. Like, he built up a Machine Dramon, was able to answer my first stack, and then I just promote the Gabumon, warp it, and then kill him. And I didn't realize you could do that. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yeah, it's pretty broken.
Brandon, how'd his list fill?
I didn't see any usage in the Marvin Jackson, I'm going to be honest.
I don't either. I don't see it.
It does like what analog does. So if you want extra analogs, but it's not doing.
It doesn't. It doesn't draw you a card.
It's not doing the best part of analog.
Yeah, it gives you a memory, but
I think you could potentially. So if we had side decks, you would definitely side that card, and then you would play that in the Hunters matchup because you could just never worry about having your Tamers on the field. Yeah, you just tuck it.
All right.
But I could see you potentially cutting, like maybe going 2-2 if you know that you're going to run into Hunters at some point, probably.
Right.
But
yeah,
other
than that,
it seems like it's an inferior analog man for the most part.
Like, he also hard played several Supreme Connections, never used the delay. Ever. I mean, not that I ever really gave him the chance. Now, I will say he did misplay game 1. So I had stunned his board, and I was swinging for game. One of my last checks was an analog man. I still had to go through one more security.
Mm.
So he had the ability to redirect. So he redirects. He has to discard sources because I'm 13, he's only 12, because the Sunamon, I have to play it now. And he should have done what Chris did to me, let the stack die, and then played out the EX1 and pulled turn. He potentially could have won that game had he done that. But hindsight, he didn't. After the game was over, he looked at me and goes, "Oh, I could have won that game." And then I was like, "Oh, did you have the EX1 in hand?" And he was like, "Yeah, I could have let the stack die." And I was like, "That's exactly what I was worried about."
I was wondering how you knew that. I was thinking he must have said something.
Yeah. Because that definitely would have, pulled my turnover.
Mm-hmm.
My stack would have been suspended. I'm playing suboptimal Melga right now. I don't think I had more than one layer of battle protection, maybe. So he just de-evos me and then attacks over me.
Yeah.
So... But yeah, so that was... I got it 2-0, though. It was no big, huge issue. We get to round 3, and this is technically where the true undefeateds were. Because it was me and Solar. We were both undefeated at the time. And I proceed to wombo game 1. I'm talking I built BT15 Melga basically in raising. Came out of the raising and triple swung. Omni, or, Melga X swing, Omni swing into Omni X. I killed him in one turn with my level 6. So... super easy game 1. Game 2 and 3
sounds super fair.
Game 2 and 3,
incredibly
the worst hands I've ever seen. So, game 2,
so I like.
You're telling me Lucymon came down, he touched your shoulder, and he was like, "Only for one game."
Yep. The rest of your night will now be trash. You're welcome. You've had the good mode. Now here's Satan mode. But
I'm unfamiliar with this reference.
Because Lucymon's like an angel.
Mm-hmm.
He came down, he graced him with good luck, but only for the one game.
And then the rest of
it's not an actual reference to anything.
No.
Just because he's just an angel. Yeah.
I was just saying Lucymon is our god of Digimon.
I haven't seen that season, so I don't know.
Yeah.
He's a little angel.
Just an angel boy.
Isn't he the Satan of Digimon?
He's both.
He's
not
literally
Lucymon.
He's Lucifer.
No, Sean. Look at him. He's a good boy.
He's a little cute boy with his little baby wings.
Then
he's a little young for he's a little young for tattoos, but it's okay.
Yeah, was he a little beehole when he was that tiny?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need
Especially
to
in
watch
the
that
series.
season.
Yeah. So game 2 against Solar, I mulliganed a hand that had 2 training cards, a level 5, a level 6, and a tamer. So the tamer was useless, never using it. But I was like, I don't have any level 3s, I don't have any level 4s. I'm banking on these training cards getting me there. So I was like, whatever, I'll mulligan it. I got the exact same hand, but replaced the training cards with 2 removals options. So...
See, at that point, I would just have treated the 2 training cards as a level 3 and a level 4.
I should have.
I would have kept a double training hand.
Yeah, hindsight, I got greedy. I won game 1, so I was like, I could be greedy game 2. Hard punished. I also, I can't remember what game it was in. If it was game 2 or game 3, Sean, you'd have to let me know in the footage, because that is something we also recorded.
I was at the match that I played against Chris. Okay.
Yeah,
I was like,
you were playing against Chris, so we recorded this one.
Yeah, okay.
He had seen 2 Omni Shouts and had already gone through them. So I was like, okay, with that being said, I have bricked. I'm going to hard play my level 5. So he either has to have another Omni Shout, or he has to have the option to pull the Omni Shout from one of his stacks and use it that way. Turns out, yeah, he just had all 4 Omni Shouts.
Yeah. And one of my games versus him, I had hard played something or something like that, and I watched him bot deck 2 Omni Shouts off of a search, and then he just evoed into a third one from his hand. I was like,
so that's what I'm saying.
Sick.
Always has exactly what they need. So, Game 3 was probably the most heartbreaking set of circumstances that led to my loss, because I'm literally at the verge of promoting and killing. Like, I'm ready. I'm about to promote, and I'm about to go for game. All I need is to survive 1 turn. I have 4 security. 4 security, and I need to survive 1 turn. Alright? My man's evos into the Omni Shout. Alright? With the clock, or not the clock, the watchmaker. So that thing's swinging for 3 checks.
You're dead.
Yeah.
Only 3. Right? So he has to swing with a little itty-bitty level 4 first. It's a 5k level 4, no jamming. It lived. So he swings with the level 5 for 3 checks. It was like, literally like, rookie, rookie, rookie. It had jamming, so it didn't matter. But if it would have been like an option or something like that, I'd have been fine. Because then I just bounced back to level 4. He just evos the superior mode on top of the level 4, and I went, yeah, okay.
All right, in round 4?
I had to watch...
Doesn't it have to have the end of... Doesn't he have to have certain like amount of sources underneath him to have?
He has to have 4 sources, I believe.
Sources, right?
Yeah.
Did he have 4 sources, Brandon?
Pretty sure. Because it was the Arrestramon that had Rush. So he had crossed 2 cards already.
Yeah, if it was the Arrestramon, then yeah, he has 4 sources.
Yeah. Okay. Because he crossed for 2 cards. That was already 2 sources. Tucked something to Evo reduce the cost and made it free, I think. So he tucked 2.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I was screwed. And then
it's such a weird effect. Why does he have that? Why does he have? It's such a weird card to have that.
That entire deck's weird.
Yeah, it plays very weird. Round 4, I had to watch Bloom touch themselves the entirety of round 1, or game 1, I should say, because I bricked again. Literally unplayable, like just as bad as like Sean's Alter S games. Like it was just unplayable hands. Couldn't do anything.
That match didn't even make the channel because it wasn't. Yeah. There was no reason for me to post it because it was literally Ben just playing the game and me just watching him do it.
Game 2, I double stacked him, which is like something that's pretty rare for a Garu deck to do.
From Wendy's?
But yeah, basically. So
you like go for a double stack right now.
I'm kind of hungry.
Let's go get some fofos. Mel thought they were safe with their wide board. They had like 3 level 3s, 2 level 6s, and a level 4, and I was able to clear their entire board in 1 stack. And then once I had that free turn, I built a second stack, and just wasn't able to deal with both stacks. So I ended up taking game 2, and then game 3, almost the exact same thing as game 1 happened. I hard bricked, and basically I almost fought out of it, but it was just one of those situations where it was an uphill battle, and I just wasn't winning it. So, ended up 2-2, got second. It is what it is. Melga's still strong. Not as strong, but still strong.
It's very high rolly.
Yeah.
Now it is, yeah.
Yeah, now it's just like... It's not as bad as when your opponent activates HPD, but whenever he evos into one of his one-ofs, you kind of roll your eyes.
You're kind of like, this guy.
Yeah, this cheater.
Oh my god, I can't remember what game it was in. It might have been against Solar. I had to hard play like 3 Gabumons in 1 turn, and I was just not getting pieces.
Brandon, have you thought of trying out calling? To at least get your one-ups back.
I don't need it because the Weregaru X is going to pick it back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I had to do that once because I think it was insecurity, and I was like, oh, cool. You can take that back, thanks. And then the next stack I promoted, I was able to use it. It was pretty barocking.
I can't wait till the next wave of Greymon support we get. It's going to be so lit.
Well, it's not going to be in BT15.
I mean, I think it will. I mean, we have to get 2 halves of that deck, right?
You think? There's no space. There's no blue rookies left.
There's space. They're probably all going to be black again.
Oh my god. Imagine they make it purple and it's actually busted.
I mean, that would check out, right? That's how things are broken now. Is it purple?
That would be the trend.
No, it's broken. Surely there's no room for that. There's red rookie slots available.
Yeah, there's no blue, though. So you'd have to bank on it being just either a red deck, or I think purple is the least revealed right now, right? I can't remember what BT15 has.
How do you know there's no blue slots available?
You look at the card number.
What number is Crimson Mode? There's blue slots available. There's several blue rookie slots available, Brandon.
Crimson... Oh, the level 4, I meant. The level 4. Not level 3s. Because we already have all the level 4s we're getting. Because
22,
the level 3 is number 21. 24. Then 22 is the first level 4. 24 is the last the level 4.
That's
and
weird.
Then your level 5 is 25. Yeah, you just have to look at set number.
What if they're half colors?
They would be in the color. So it would have to be.
So it could be like. It could be purple and blue, right?
They could be black. They could be black and whatever, or purple and whatever.
Black, red, black, purple. Oh, that'd be cool.
There's plenty of space open for both of those.
Yeah, if they were black, red, black, blue, that'd be pretty cool. Because then you can mix the Ultra S deck in with it.
That would be
because nice. Red already has its level 4s as well. 10, 11, 12, and then already moving on to level 5 with 13.
So it's possible that the rookies might be red and blue, but then the rest of the deck might be like dual color.
Yeah, which I'm not holding out hope because we already have a card with Agumon in its name in this set.
That apparently is for like an entirely different deck, though. It's for
it's a whole different deck. It's the SOC Agumon.
Yeah. We've had multiple Agumon sets before, man. It would not be the first time. It won't be the last.
Yeah.
BT12 had at least 2 Agumons in it.
Mm-hmm.
I just really hope this Omnimon deck isn't just a different top end to play on top of Alter S. I want a whole new deck.
That would be nice.
And it sounds selfish, but I need more.
I mean, I don't think that's selfish. All right, so next topic. A better way to reprint stuff. So,
yes, I loved your idea, Sean.
So
any way than what we do now.
So currently,
carrier pigeon.
Yeah, the reprint way that Bandai's been doing now is they either put it in a tournament kit, they put it in RB1, which was trash, or they do it in some kind of like double pack thing they've been doing. They've been putting like random reprints.
They could have even done that. They could have taken the LM stuff out of the set and put it in something like this.
Yeah. So
perfect.
I was thinking the other day, and obviously we all originally played Yu-Gi-Oh! And it occurred to me that one of the best things Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Konami did, which I mean, obviously it just printed money for them, but it was really great for the players.
I mean, Pokemon straight up stole it.
Is really expensive, hard to get cards that were very important for good decks. They would reprint them and put them in tins, and you would have guaranteed, like, I'm getting like these 3 cards guaranteed, and then I'm getting like 4 packs of whatever sets.
You can do multiple sets. You can do one focus set. Like, I would imagine they came out right now with a tin where you got packs of 1.0, 1.5.
No.
And the promo could be something like
I don't.
You don't want to do like old sets like that?
I don't want 1.0, 1.5, dude. Those cards aren't relevant anymore. But if you're producing this tin, you're producing it for people that want to play the game, not collectors.
You're not thinking about the business side, Sean. Okay, you take
those sets are out of print.
You take Ruin Mode, you slap that.
Yeah.
You slap that on that 10 of 1.0 and 1.5.
I mean, yeah, obviously
and
it
you
would
go
sell, but
suck it. You're gonna have to open up those packs, but you get Ruin Mode.
I would be okay with it being themed. Like, Ruin Mode. The Ruin Mode would probably come with packs of EX4 and BT12.
I'd be okay with that. Yeah. So So I would want a tin that had multiple, because there were tins in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, I remember one of the best tins they had. It was like, I'm pretty sure these were all in the same tin. It was like Rescue Rabbit, Tour Guide from the Underworld, and Max C. And I think like those
all in the same tin.
All in the same tin. And those were all secret rares that used to be like over $100 a piece.
Yep.
So we could do Ruin Mode, Death X, and what's the third most expensive card right now?
Quartz.
Maybe Quartz. Like the cheapest is like 15 to 20-ish.
Well, that's non-alt art too. So
yeah. I'm thinking
and give these cards alt arts while we're at it.
Yeah.
Make the tin like promo and alt art.
Yeah, make it a different art. Obviously,
Texture
they can do
thing.
that. Obviously, it needs to be textured. And then just put a few packs of whatever set you're currently printing, or the most recent set. I think the themed thing is not really feasible because they do stop printing these sets after a certain point in time. So like they won't have like 1.0 and 1.5 packs just to like stuff in tins.
But you could do what Yu-Gi-Oh does with a reprint tin, like the Gold Sark tins, which are like tins full of reprinted cards of either a different rarity, a higher rarity, stuff like that.
Yeah, that would also be a good way to just reprint cards that aren't necessarily expensive, but are just like common or uncommon, and like you can't get
hard to get a hold of
them. Well, not even that. Just you can't get hollow versions of them. You could do that as well.
Yeah,
and just reprint everything as hollow.
I got an idea. Do that, and they're gonna give us that one promo Agumon. That's just like, what is it, like on play destroy something like 3,000 DP?
Yeah, the original promo Agumon.
Yeah, they'll give us a 10 where it's just those original promos again.
Bro, it's gonna be a 10 of Rise Greymon.
Oh my god, dude.
We need more.
Yeah, we need more Rise Greymons. We can't have enough.
Original yellow Rise Greymon.
But Bandai would literally print money if they had a Ruin Mode, just Ruin Mode and Death X, just those two cards in a tin. Printing money.
Well, the first to do,
and do what Konami does, and then do what Konami does. A month later, hit them on the ban list. Boom, you made your money.
Konami didn't used to do that. They do it now with like their mega tins or whatever, where they like reprint cards that are expensive and be like, all right, by the way, it's banned. But yeah, Konami didn't used to do that like 10 years ago.
Thanks for your money. Now here's
not even thanks for your money. Screw you. Shut up. We took your money.
We took your money.
Yeah, we took your money. You like it. That's what Konami says.
But of course, if you do these, you'd probably have to do like Omnimon first, or like a Greymon first.
You don't have to do anything, man. There's no rules to this.
Well, you got to think about the casuals.
The casuals that can't afford Ruin Mode and Death X, bro. The casuals would eat these up.
Yeah.
I don't think they would do obviously like all three of them in one pack, but I could definitely see like each 10 being like.
Yeah, I mean they could do like one Ruin Mode 10, one Death X 10. If they truly wanted to just print infinite money, they could just do one per 10. Because like right now,
you
like
could do an X Antibody 10. Where like some of the promos are X Antibody cards, because for some reason regular X Antibody is still like almost $10.
I forgot about that. Yeah, because it's the only printing. I mean, unless you want to get the alt art from the Beal starter deck.
Yeah, you could make that one of the promos in one of those 10s.
Yeah, you could do that. You could do something like that.
Of X Antibody.
So you could do like one really expensive, hard to get card, and then like another card's kind of like that, where like it's out of print and it's more expensive than it should be.
Still seen play.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm all for this reprinting of Ruin Mode, because that means more people will have it, and that means more people will realize how dumb it is, and that means it'll go to 1.
I don't think it'll get hit, but it would make people way more aware of how broken it is. I do agree with that.
Would you buy a poop tip?
No.
Yeah.
Have I ever even mentioned considering building a Numemon deck?
I would build it if I had a bunch of all those promos.
Oh, like I guess.
And those reboot cards.
The only card that I think you would need that's even more than like a couple of bucks is like the rare Monzumon from RB1. Those are like
the
20 bucks a piece.
Waru Monzumon or something like that.
No, I think it's just Monzumon.
Is it just normal?
Yeah, it's Monzy.
It's a yellow.
Just
It's a yellow Monzimon.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was thinking the other one.
And
that deck, I think we disrespected that deck. I've seen what that deck can do. That deck is kind of crazy.
I mean, we put
Bring
it in
it
tier
in.
1.
Did we? Okay.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
But like without
Bring
seeing
it
it in action, obviously, I mean, we couldn't be like S tier. But
Yeah,
I know that it's good based on just
Going
I
hearing
was
back-
about
put
it.
in S tier.
Yeah. Real quick, as a small tangent, going back to the tier list, playing the Rose deck, would you guys increase its rating? Or do you think it's still appropriately rated?
I think it's fine where it was. It's in tier 1, right?
Pretty sure, yeah. Above Bloom.
I think we put it in. I'm pretty sure
I think
we put
it's-
it in tier 1.
I think it's better than Bloom if that's where it was on the tier list.
Yeah, I think it just
I can
beats
check it real quick
Bloom.
while we're talking about it.
I mean, Quartzmon as a card just beats Bloom.
Quartzmon, yeah, Quartzmon was doing a lot of the work.
Yeah, Quartzmon does
in the
most of the
deck.
heavy lifting against good decks. Because you're just like, Quartzmon,
I mean, it's a good card.
do you have an out? If you don't, the game is now over.
I was able to establish Quartz and Rose X
Rose
on
X.
Sean,
Yeah.
and he could. I mean,
That was game 1.
did- yeah,
You
and he
Quartzmon
was
Rose
able
X'd
to-
me, and you had a couple other things on the field.
Still
Yeah,
lost.
And then I promoted and said, before I promoted, I was like, I'm pretty sure I can clear everything. And I was like, I don't want to do the math, whatever. And I just promoted.
My heart sank. My
You were
heart
like,
sank.
what do you mean? And I BT2 shined and then ruin moded and just decimated your entire board.
Yeah,
And you lost from there. I was shocked that you left my bodies just sitting there.
I got tunnel vision.
You
Okay,
did.
we did not have it in above Bloom.
Well, now I would put it above Bloom, but again, I
So-
haven't played Bloom, so
It was below Machine Germon, but above Blue Flare. Thoughts?
I think I would agree with that. I mean,
yeah, that's fine.
I'm really thinking about how Quartzmon lines up with most of these things. Also, Rose X versus Blue Flare is like a joke. Like, I don't think they can play.
Oh, you hard played that?
Yeah. Suspend it.
That's why.
Turn it
That's literally
sideways.
why Blue Flare was at the very bottom of Tier 1, because it is the bridge between them,
Mhm.
between Tier 1 and Tier 2. And a lot of people thought we were disrespectful to Red Hybrid.
It was
I
at
think
like
Red-
almost
now.
top of tier 1. I don't know, like,
Yeah,
what? I saw that and I was like,
I think-
bruh.
Red Hybrid isn't. I'm not gonna say Red Hybrid isn't like S tier, because it has a lot of floodgate cards that you can play in Red
It's a
Hybrid.
good package. Yeah.
That hurts a lot of decks, but
Pause.
right now, what?
Oh no, it's because of what I said.
Oh.
I was being sus.
But I think all the
Intentionally
decks,
so.
all the decks above it, are just they beat Red Hybrid, right?
Yeah.
Like Luga can beat it. Luga can beat it.
If you
Ruin
high roll
mode?
Luga before they set up, you're killing them.
If they high roll you, they kill you. So, like, what's your
Yeah,
point here?
it's a question of who high rolls who.
But also, I think Luga has a better matchup into more decks than Red Hybrid.
Right. So it's also that too. And then Rune mode. What do you do, Brandon?
We still haven't tried that matchup. We need to do that. Maybe we'll
Okay,
do that
he
on
Rune
the
I'm down.
he plays
Yeah.
Ruin mode, and then what do you do?
What do you
I-
do into an active rune
Or-
mode effect?
I warp Evo into like a
Mhm.
3K level 6.
Yep.
Swing security. It
And
dies.
it dies.
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
get to play 3 Tamers back out.
Dope,
Okay.
dude. And then I rune mode
And-
you again.
Yeah. So and then what did we put in? What else was in S tier?
A yellow vaccine. Venusmon
Yellow
just ends you.
vaccine. That's just a joke. That's a
Yeah,
joke.
I was gonna say, if
Venusmon
they don't
FTK's
see
Red
Venus-
Hybrid.
If they don't this, it's easy sweep for Red Hybrid. But the moment they see Venus, it's like okay.
Yeah, the game
This is
is
a problem.
over. Scoop it up.
In order to out
Over.
Venus, in order to out Venus, you have to have a very specific stack. You have to not have security check +1, so you have to use your Aldamon, or you have to use Blitz Emperor Greymon or Omnimon to swing over it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't use your best Emperor because he has security check +1 natively, and you can't be on top of your BT7 Takuya. So there's a lot of things
and
you have to do to
if
get
he
over
has
it,
any interruption for that, you just lose.
You just lose. Yep.
And what else? What was above it in tier 1?
I think it
was it top tier 1?
It was.
I just had it open.
Mirage and Melga.
Okay, I'm fine with both of those decks being above it. Blue is just inherently resistant than red.
Yeah, and Melga can just stun the tamers to where, like, if you warp, you can blow something up, but you can't attack. So, like,
oh, it's a good thing I have evade.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't even do anything. You just warp and pass turn.
So I think red hybrid's in a good spot. I think people are just like blinded by all the good results red hybrids had lately, but that was
which it only got it because it was a pure purple format, and it honestly has a very good matchup into most purple decks.
It's one of the best choices
Anubismon
you can take to like a purple field.
Yeah, and everyone was playing Anubismon, which spams a lot of bodies, and guess what red hybrid can play? Crimson.
It was Anubismon and security control, and red hybrid has an awesome matchup in both of those decks.
And both.
Unless you're Brandon and never seen Ultimon.
Recency bias. Recency bias just says I think people wanted red hybrid higher, and I think it's fine where it is.
In a post-ban list world, it does take a knock in the tier list because it's not going to be the counter to the best X.
Yeah, if we were talking like strictly EX5 format, I think you could probably put it in S tier.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, okay.
But not BT15.
Our tier list was post-ban list.
Yeah, our tier list was BT15 post-ban list, post-starter deck.
Yeah.
Or advanced deck, whatever they call it.
Yeah, so back to the 10s, now that we're done with that little side tangent. If you guys could pick, besides the ones we've already mentioned, 110 you'd like to see printed, what would you pick?
Are we asking the comment section or are you asking us?
I'm asking you guys.
Okay, I also am asking the comment section.
I was going to say comment section.
Yeah, comments also, if you guys want to do a comment, go for it.
Because I'm sure there are things that we're not thinking of, but I mean, I think... Hold on one second. Ruin Mode and Death
Did you guys hear what he said?
No. She said more yellow stuff?
Yeah, she wants Serafi.
Which one? Like, we already have...
All of them. 110 with all the Serafimons in it.
No.
I'm
the only person that would buy that would be you, and you would be buying it for her.
I would be buying it for her, yes. You are correct.
So, obviously, Ruin Mode and Death X. And then I got some more for you.
Sean, I know you. All right.
Okay.
You're telling me you wouldn't want a new. You're telling me you wouldn't want a new Raid War Greymon with some sick new art, texturing, and everything?
Honestly, no. I really like the alt art from BT12.
What about a new Black War Greymon X, where it doesn't have that random kid in there?
That random kid.
I'm okay with my arts for that. Like, I would prefer them to alt art something that isn't already hollow.
Yeah, but I mean, like in the 10, you could get like a foil copy.
Yeah, he's talking about like this is the feature card.
Yeah, it's Ruin Mode and Death X are the feature cards.
No, Brandon was saying pick one that isn't one of those cards that we've talked about.
All right, well, Sean's picking. Chris, what's yours?
Rena.
I want. Rena is a really good pick.
That's a smart one.
That's a really good one. Oh, that okay.
It's a card that's expensive for literally no reason. That deck is not good.
Syntax.
Yeah. I was gonna say the Royal Knight Omnimon. I think that'd be a cool reprint.
Ooh, and the extra promos could be extra copies of like you could even put Gallant in it.
That or the Gallantmon. It's got to be one of those two because the Gallantmon is dummy price for no reason, and you can actually play that card in like a Gallantmon deck.
BT13. You could do BT13 Gallant and Crimson mode.
Yeah. I was gonna say you could do a 3-card like 10 where you get the Yggdrasil alt art, the Omni alt art, and then the Gallant alt art, just so you can make the the deck even more like accessible.
I think a Lucemon 10 would be pretty cool.
Or it comes with like all 3 stages once we finally get saved.
Yeah, rookie.
I was gonna say that one too.
And then you could also throw in alt arts of the BT13 Dynus and Lord Nightmon too, if you were feeling it.
Yeah. Of course, I am a simple creature. Give me a 10. I don't care what Melga you pick, but give me a Melga with a new art, and give me BT9 Garu X as a foil. Greymon X has a foil now.
True.
Let me foil out my deck. It is like the only common in that deck, and it pisses me off to this day.
I hate it for you. Yeah, I mean, there's several cards. I mean, there's a long list of cards that are kind of expensive
for no reason.
For no reason, just because like,
you know what
they're secret.
You know what I could see them doing? 2 10s. Okay, one of them has an alt art for every single card in the line, and then one for the level 7. It's all the altar cards. Like one set's got an alt art, Agumon, Greymon, Metal.
Oh, Greymon. The Alter S deck.
And Blitz, and then the other one, and then the other one is the exact same, but it's got Dumbmon, Dummarumon, War Dumbmon, and then Metal Dumbmon, and then it's got
it's not even metal, it's Crest
Dumbmon.
I did not.
You didn't catch the joke.
It took me a moment, and I was like, "What Digimon is that? Dumbmon?" I was like, "Surely this is just one I just haven't heard of."
The fact this man is still carrying all that salt from getting bodied 2 weeks in a row by Melga, that's...
I mean, I would too.
Dedication.
Honestly, playing Machinedramon versus Melga, like, that doesn't sound fun at all. You might as well not even play.
Yeah, it's not even playtesting at that point.
Yeah, you're just literally watching
playtesting for
himself. Yeah.
But yeah, so I could see them doing that where you get 2 10s, and then like one of them comes with like Alter B, and one of them comes with like Alter S.
Alter B, yeah. The cheapest Alter Bs now are over $20.
Yeah, and they would all be unique alt arts.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Another thing they could do is be another avenue to reprint promo cards. Like Raramon is like $40 right now.
Yeah.
The Zubamon from that same pack is like almost $20, and no one even plays that card.
Yeah, Sean, why is that? Where's your Black War Greymon deck, huh?
You know what? Now that you mention that, I'm going to make a mental note. I need to start working on theory crafting that deck so I can build it before the format's over. Dia Ace, the non-hollow base rarity of that card, still like $17-18.
Shout out to Premium Bandai. That thing is beautiful.
I got to get rid of those now.
You do, yeah. You do need to get rid of those now.
The fake-looking ones.
The alt arts. Yeah, the counterfeit-looking ones.
Also, easy 10 fodder. Just put like the training cards in there. The second printing of the training cards. That's an easy.
You could do alt arts of those.
Yeah, easy 10 fodder right there.
Yeah, like there's so many things they could do. Like they literally have a license to print money if they just start doing 10s like that.
And they're just choosing not to.
Yeah, they have to be guaranteed in the 10 because like people don't want to.
What Konami's doing now. Don't do it.
Well, I just don't. I'm talking about their double pack thing now, where they have reprints of certain cards, which aren't even that good, but they're not even guaranteed. Like you're hoping to pull something out of it.
It wouldn't be a problem if they just had a better way of getting these cards back out. Because remember how expensive for no reason. Well, it was a reason, but how expensive Davis was for so long, and then they decided to reprint it, and then they decided to reprint it. It was technically the Green Tamer for a while too. Yeah. They decided to reprint it, and they're like, "We're gonna put it in a starter deck for you."
Is that gonna lower the price? Not really.
No,
because this is its only other printing.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like,
that's still the only 2 printings of Davis, isn't it?
Yeah. If you have a full textured version and a normal rare from back in BT 1.5. Yeah,
1.5.
And
they're the same price. A bit of a problem.
Yep.
It was so bad that remember Caleb was playing optimal.
He was playing Ken. Yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember asking him when he was. I was like, "Why aren't you playing Davis?" And he's like, "I don't have him." And I was
I
like,
don't have them. I don't have them. So like it's just like they have a really bad like way of getting us these like cards, and it's just like I don't want them to take up slots in like
main
sets or
sets.
like these starter decks.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Just
like
box
it's so
toppers.
dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Like imagine, Sean, instead of putting the LM cards like you were saying in a set, imagine they released Agubond the 10, Gabubond the 10. Boom. Easy circulation.
Oh,
for
you
those
mean
cards.
whenever we get the LM
The
set
ace.
that has those two in there?
Yeah, the ace cards.
Okay, yeah. I think that'd be cool.
Boom.
Yeah.
So easy.
They could
You're
do that
done.
with the next LM sets because the next LM sets have a bunch of good reprints like Quartzmon, Death X.
Well, I was gonna say, just like imagine there was a 10, with what's it called, Quantumon?
Yeah, Quantum.
Yeah.
That's
the main card, and then you get packs of LM stuff.
I would buy that. Guarantee
easy.
Quantumon and get
Guaranteed.
random stuff out of the packs. Sure.
Yeah,
Imagine-
it's just LM stuff too. You just because now you know what you're getting, and you don't have to take up spots in the booster boxes.
Imagine RB instead of being a full-flown set was just a 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you got a promo, a set of promos, and then you could pull from this like set of reprints.
Much better.
It was
than
like,
a
yeah,
full
they're literally
box
just sitting on it.
where you're getting like
The best-
30 of the same card.
Yeah.
Yeah, the best part of it is it doesn't take up spots.
Yeah, you're not
And-
ruining
and
the
you could-
results of another set.
They could even be really scummy about it and put cards in there and like make them foil, like from the packs, make cards foil that aren't originally foil from the other set. Like be like, oh, here's a 10, and oh, that Tama or that level 3 that you wanted, that's not foil, and there's no way to get it foil in that set. Well, you can get it if you pull it from this 10.
I don't
if you
even
open
think
the
that's.
pack and
I don't even think that's scummy.
it's not, but it's just like incentivized.
Yeah, they
you'll
should
get
do
those
that.
people that will buy it just to do that.
I mean,
Yeah.
the only thing they could do that would be scummy is what Konami did with Dark Knight Dragoon. If you guys don't know what that is, it is essentially a promo for a 10.
Bro, you're getting
The 10, its
too
whole
far
purpose-
into the modern lore. I don't care about Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah. Well, the whole point of the 10, well, I could say Ruin Mode. Let's say they made a Ruin Mode 10,
Okay.
but you had to pull Ruin Mode out of your pack.
That's
it wasn't
stupid.
guaranteed.
That's stupid.
So Konami did.
That's what Konami did.
What would be the point?
What was the point? I'm going to look up the price of that card. I'm pretty sure it's still expensive.
It was
I don't know if
basically
it's
this
had-
like very strong card that was going to be like meta relevant. And in Japan, they got a 10 that came with the card. You were guaranteed the card. And when it came to America,
Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, that's what it's called.
you weren't guaranteed the card. You had to pull it from the pack.
That sounds like Co-Money to me.
Yep.
Co-Money doing Co-Money things. That's like how Dark Arm Dragon was a rare originally in Japan, and they converted it to a secret when they printed it in English.
Okay, so it's had reprints now, so it's actually dropped in price. When it first came out, it was an $80 promo that you had to pull out of your pack.
That you
weren't
had to
guaranteed to
pull.
get it.
That's so stupid.
You had to pull it. It took an ultra rare spot, which if you guys know Yu-Gi-Oh, you'll know what that is. It is currently sitting at $20 still. That specific printing.
Yeah.
The
One of
other
the reasons
printing is
why I
also
don't
20.
miss Yu-Gi-Oh is how Co-Money does business.
Yeah. Oh man, if they did something like that, heck no. Don't support that crap.
Yeah. But
And the 10s could be collectible too.
yeah, obviously, the 10s could be cool looking, and you could like put cards
just have
in them,
them-
or whatever.
Just have them replace the gift boxes.
Yes.
The gift boxes are
gift
kind
boxes
of
are trashed here.
Like you could put a little figure all you want all day, but if the reprints we get out of that are kind of booty, then what's the point? Like I was okay with the last one because I got purple Melga, or not purple, but purple Wergaru out of it. But the other three were kind of butts.
Were those still hidden? Like you had to open the pack?
Yeah, you had to pull it.
Yeah, exactly. So they need to stop that. They need to cut that out.
Yeah.
It needs to be. You need to know what you're able to get.
That's the best part about the RB1 is you knew which Memboost Alt-Art you were getting.
Yeah, the gift boxes. You mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying the RB1 gift box.
Yeah, which like that was a step in the right direction because like they put something that people would want and they package it in poop because no one wants RB1, but like you have to buy the gift box in order to get those Memboosts. That's why those Memboosts are still like expensive because people didn't buy a lot of those.
Yeah. I actually saw the blue Memboost RB1 gift box at Walmart, and I looked at it and I was like, I'm tempted to buy you, but I'm not spending $20 on RB1.
I mean, honestly, you could get lucky because like you could pull one of those Monzumons that's instant, make your money back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not the person who sells cards.
It's funny because almost all of those memory boost cards are about the same price as you'd pay for the gift box.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
That's basically what you're doing. Because the odds of you pulling something worthwhile out of your like 4 RB packs is pretty low.
Pretty low. Yeah, anything else we want to talk about with 10s, or do you think we just about covered it?
Do it.
Do it. Yeah, Bandai should hire us. I feel like we would just make oodles of money.
Oodles of money.
Oodles.
First order of business for Sean, print more Shine Gray support.
Print more gray support. We need a Greymon in every color. We don't have one in green, and we don't have one in blue. Well, I guess
Bandai,
flare, but
Bandai don't want us working for them, okay? Because there would always be a power struggle. The best color would be Greymon for me and Sean, and then the best color for Brandon would be Gabu. So, I mean, the rest of the colors, you're out of luck. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, honestly, that's kind of how it is, besides purple being a color. It's like if
I like red hybrid.
Yeah, whatever.
You know what? Can we talk about...
What's the boss monster red hybrid again? What's his name?
Ancient, right? Or is it...
I mean, are we going English or are we doing Japanese?
It doesn't matter which one you choose because it still ends in the same.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Kaiser Greymon. I don't think I timed it right.
You gooped that up pretty hard.
Yeah, I don't think I timed it right.
Yeah.
Can we talk about how polarizing Levi's effect is? And I see. Is there no better way to get this card addressed?
I still see people asking him. They're like, "So my opponent does this, and they say I can't do this. Is this true?" And it's always the same.
We need a better way to find these rulings.
It's in the official Q&A. It's in the official Q&A for that card.
It's not even the first time, guys. Do you not remember the memes that were Mother D Reaper? Do we remember the memes?
Yes, okay. I remember
the memes. Don't make me tap glass.
What were people asking about Mother D Reaper?
Mother D Reaper says it's unaffected by cards. Can my opponent do this to it? No.
Is it a card?
What?
Can they strip its sources?
No. Leviamon says it does this, and then it does this. That's it.
At the same time.
So I can kind of understand people's confusion, but that effect is in the official Q&A for EX5. All you have to do is just go to the website and look, and it tells you how that works.
I think a common one I see a lot is Levia versus like Machinedramon.
Yeah, it's Machinedramon or Greymon, and everyone's like blah blah blah.
People don't understand, right? Correct me if I'm wrong here, but it targets it the first time. If it's only this is only Digimon.
Technically, there's no targeting in the game.
Well, right. It selects the Machinedramon. You select it.
You delete it.
It deletes it. It saves itself, and then you delete it again. The Machinedramon cannot save itself again because it's the same effect.
It can't save itself using the same interruptive effect more than one time during an effect.
Yes. Yeah. If it was, I believe
it has to finish both its trigger and its activation. It can't reactivate while it's already activated.
Right. I think if Leviamon, if the word
if it were two different effects, then it could.
Right. It would have to say something like it would have to have a period, and then it would say then target, right?
No,
Like,
it would have to be two straight up different effects, like entirely different
just two
effects,
different
because there
effects.
currently is a period in the effect.
Yeah,
it would have to be
so
like.
I'm pretty sure it is a period and then then
it is.
as well.
It is exactly worded that way.
Okay.
It would have to be when on Digivolve on play, delete one of your opponent's Digimon at the highest level, and then also on Digivolve on play, delete one of your opponent's Digimon at the lowest level.
Okay, right, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, because of the fact that
you just separate it with the dot effect. Would that do it, or do you have to separate it that way?
Could you do on play when Digivolving?
Activate one of these effects, depending on how many your opponents have. Blah blah blah. You can activate both.
It would depend on the wording. I'd have to see the wording, how you'd have it.
Anyways, the way it's worded right now, guys, it's one effect.
Yeah.
One effect, not two effects. One effect.
Yep.
That's it.
Like
and it's got two. It's got two, not conditions, but requirements.
It only has one.
Yeah, it's only one.
Well, I meant like the lowest. Right, I meant like lowest level and then like highest level.
Oh,
right?
Yeah. Somebody actually, this is a hilarious story. I don't associate with these Melga players, but there was a Melga player in the Facebook page who asked the question if the BT15 Melga could evade, unsuspend, and then evade again. No, you cannot. And he was told by many judges and admins, no, you cannot. Yeah, you can't do it. And the dude did not take that answer line down. He came back like a day later with a screenshot from like the BT 1.5 rulebook.
What would have been referenced back then?
Before evade was an effect?
Before, like, most things were in effect.
Yeah, but I don't even think... Did we even have interruptive effects back then? I can't think of one from the first
Off the top of my head, I don't think so.
I can't think of anything.
Because I don't even think we had really any, like, protection effects yet.
What effect was he referencing? I'm curious.
Basically, going to the base rule set, where it says, like, when an effect can activate... or can trigger. I need to make sure I use the correct terminology. Can trigger, it will interrupt and then activate. But the thing is, like, that was such a long time ago. Before we even because rules change as the games go. Like we didn't have counter timing before.
I feel like he also misinterpreted that rule. I would be curious to read what he quoted because I feel like
I'd have to go back and like look at it, but I'm pretty sure the post has been long since deleted. I'm pretty sure one of the admins woke up that morning and said delete.
I can imagine that what he was referencing was the newest effect. Whatever happens the most recent, that'll trigger and activate first. But the issue is Leviamon's effect is one whole effect.
Yeah,
so like your thing doesn't get to trigger because he's still doing his stuff.
Yep.
I'll also say this,
but you're not saved.
Make a long story short, that guy was a bit of a potato.
Yeah. Real quick, guys, asking questions on the Facebook group or whatever. That's
fine. A dedicated group for that.
Okay. That's fine.
But
I'm telling you right now, just look up on the official rule guide first before you post up there, because guess what? People on the internet aren't nice. They're gonna laugh, react at you. They're gonna give you some really, really mean comments, and then you're gonna get upset because you genuinely didn't know the answer to this question. Okay, so just be wary of that, because I'm in the Digimon one, and then I'm also in the Marvel Snap one, and people are not nice when people ask questions.
They're asking something super simple because they like just picked up the game.
Yeah.
No responses, just all laugh reacts.
Yeah, can I Digivolve on top of this or like this? And then it's just all laugh reacts, and then the comments are, "Yeah, you idiot," and just like stuff like that. Like, did you just pick up this game? Like,
just flying down.
Yeah, like, and they're just all super mean. Just be wary, guys. Okay, the internet's not a nice place.
Yeah, so step 1 would be to check the official Q&A for whatever card you're curious about. And step 2 is, if you have Discord, go to the official Bandai Organized Play Discord server, and there is a section just straight dedicated to ruling questions, and you can search on there. And if you have a question, 9 times out of 10, someone has already asked that question and it's been answered by an official judge.
Yep.
And you can basically answer any question that you have on there, besides like maybe brand new cards that just got leaked.
Yeah. Also, if somebody, like a judge, tells you something, take their word for it. Like, there's only a very rare set of times a judge will be wrong, and especially from that, like, Discord and stuff like that, like, 9 times out of 10 they know what they're talking about.
I will say, if you're getting an overwhelming response from people, like if you ask a question and everyone's saying the same thing, I would probably be like, these guys are probably right. But having said that, if you have a judge call in a game, like in a match, and you disagree with the judge's ruling, don't be afraid to appeal their ruling to the head judge, because sometimes judges can make mistakes. I almost had to appeal a ruling. This was like 2+ years ago now. This was like back in, I don't even remember which format, but I had a judge who I don't think was an official judge. I would hope not. Almost rule incorrectly on how DP reduction.
I remember this.
It was DP reduction versus decoy, and he almost started to rule that the person could activate decoy from me DP reducing one of their Digimon. And he eventually found his way to the right answer, but was using the wrong work. Like, the words that came out of his mouth didn't make sense, besides the fact that he said, "Oh yeah, you can't use decoy." So he came to the right conclusion, but he did not get there the correct way. Like, I really don't understand what his brain was doing, but I don't think he was an official judge. I feel like they were just, because this was back in like the pretty early days. But I almost had to appeal that, because I was like, obviously that's incorrect. But
it's like trying to evade having 0 DP.
Which you can do. Fun fact.
You can activate.
You can if for some reason you would like to suspend your Digimon and then have it immediately die again, you can do that.
You can do it, yeah.
You can do that.
Which is funny too, because if your effect gave you an extra like 1,000 DP,
that's what I was just about to say. Like, I was just thinking about that.
It doesn't work.
Like, imagine if it said during. So
the DP
even if
check
you go
happens before the effect activates.
So
before the effect triggers and activates.
It depends.
I was just thinking it
depends.
Yeah.
So the example that I can think of that what you're referencing is like Examon.
Examon's Drawmon,
it's
little Bebe.
Yeah, it's Babitomon. That effect has to trigger and activate, which the ruling check, the DP check, happens before that can ever trigger, so it would just die again immediately. But if the Tama is like EX5 Nyaromon, which says if this Digimon is suspended, it gets 1,000 DP, and it's just like a passive effect.
That's what I was just thinking.
That would actually keep it from dying. Because it's just immediately...
It's a passive.
It doesn't have to trigger activate, it's just immediately 1,000 DP bigger when it suspends.
Okay, so that's what I was thinking is, like, if, like, for example, I had Quartzmon on the board, and it's 15,000 base, but I have the Nyaromon, and it's suspended. Or no, it's standing upright, and then you
for some reason it has evade.
You used a new plugin card that gave it evade.
I mean, that's probably going to happen. Yeah, that sounds like something feasible.
Something happens. Or I think the best, like, it like evades, and then it becomes suspended, but it's exactly 15,000, and then it suspends, it becomes 16. It would live at the 1,000. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, well, it would go to 0. The game would check, it would be at 0. You could trigger evade, and then evade would trigger and activate, suspending it.
And the
then, the evade interruptive effect would trigger and activate, suspending it, and then the game would check again immediately. And because it was suspended, that's a passive effect. It'd be like, oh, okay, you're 1,000 DP, so I guess I'll let you live this time.
That'd be nutty. That'd be nutty.
Would it?
Yeah. So You could play BT or EX5 Nyarumon in Examon if you were so inclined. It would keep you from losing to Wyvern's Breath.
Yeah, I guess.
Perfect.
It's genius.
Genius.
So, on to the weekly reveals. These are, I believe we didn't get to the box toppers, did we? Or did we get to these?
Those are just high-res scans of the...
No, these are physical copies of the cards. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unga Bunga looks really cool. This one actually does not look that nice. Like, the base rare looks pretty ugly.
The far, I think it's going to be right. The far right, I don't know if it's going to flip or anything like that. That one's... Whew.
Yeah, and this is the normal secret, or the normal altar.
Yeah, it's
like,
the
this
one
is
star.
This is the chase one. I'm curious if I feel like we're probably going to get a 3-star of this. I don't know what that's going to look like, but...
Oh, yeah. Beautiful cards, though. Absolutely beautiful.
Yes. I do like that they tell us now which one is rare. Because, like, it's 1, 2, 3. Because, like, there's some that... Like, the Melga X from EX5 is an example. Like, I don't think the 3-star looks better than, like, the 2-star. Or even the 1-star, actually.
The 1-star is genuinely really good.
Yeah, the 1-star looks great. I like the 2-star because it looks like those old Coliseum cards. The 3-star is like okay, but like it's not super awesome looking. It's not worth $150, especially when that card kind of sucks.
Hell no.
All right, so we have the beginnings of our Omnimon deck. Hopefully we actually get a full-fledged Omnimon deck in BT17. Starting to grow a little concerned. We're running out of open spots. So we have War Greymon. Evo's on top of a level 5 with Greymon in its name for 3 or any red for 3. When this card would be played, if you have a Tamer with Taikami in its name, reduce the play cost by 3, so you can just hard drop it. If I can click on this. For 8. Math is hard, 8.
Yeah, sorry, I thought it was 12.
All good. I'm not sure when that would come up.
Because you guys aren't getting the rest of the line.
Oh my god! It's gonna be a Mega Zoo deck.
You're gonna have to play.
I'm gonna have to play Genai.
Yes.
You're gonna have to play say Brandon wants to play this deck. He's gonna play the entire blue version, but he's gonna have to play 4 of those War Greymons.
Yeah, if you ever swing at me, I'm about to I'm about to Omni-Ace you.
Yeah. On play / when Digivolving, activate one of the effects below. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 8,000 DP or less. Mid. One of your Gabumon may Digivolve into Metal Garurumon in the hand, ignoring its evolution requirements without paying the cost. And then it has an inheritable when attacking once per turn. If this Digimon has Omnimon in its name, trash a top card of your opponent's security stack. That effect sounds familiar.
You know what we could do? I'll talk about it once we do Metal Garurumon.
Okay.
I had a thought.
So you could just promote a Gabumon, slam this guy down, and then warp the Gabu into Metal Garuru, and then go into Omni, I guess. Well, never mind. They can't even... There's no DNA effect.
I was gonna say we could get a new rookie, a blue, or not a blue, but like a dual color, like 2 rookies, an Agumon and a Gabumon, that just have the end of turn DNA effect.
Yeah,
kind of like they do with the Vmon, the Wormmon.
Yeah, I mean, that could be the case. It'd be kind of disappointing, but...
Yeah, because, I mean, if you look at the anime, 9 times out of 10, they go from their Agumon straight to level 6, and then they DNA into Omni. They usually Evo. They usually skip.
You know what the problem is with DNA decks that aren't the Wormmon and Vmon decks? There's no DNA Digivolution for any of the middle of the lines.
So is the level 6.
Vmon, yeah, the Vmon and the Wormmon have that because they DNA throughout their different lines.
Yeah.
But none of these other decks do, so there's no
there's no Shakuamon for...
Yeah.
Or, there's no Pyldramon for this deck.
Yeah, there's no Metal Greymon DNA'd with War Garurumon line, or Greymon mixed with Garurumon. You know what I mean?
That would be so bizarre looking.
Right.
So we have Melga. It is also an 11 play cost. Evos for 3 on top of level 5 with Garu in name, or any blue for 3. When this Digimon would be played, if you have a tamer with Matashita in its name, reduce play cost by 3. And then on play / when Digivolving, activate one of the effects below. One of your opponent's Digimon or tamers can't suspend until the end of their turn. That's a good effect.
Very good.
That's and then good. One of your Agumon may Digivolve into War Greymon in the hand, ignoring its Digivolution requirements without paying the cost. Inheritable. When attacking once per turn, if this Digimon has Omnimon in its name, unsuspend this Digimon.
That's very good. Imagine really Alter S has access to that.
Alter S does have access to that.
I'm saying, like, but it's like Cress, so it was more optimal.
I mean, yeah, but like you could absolutely put this in your
1000%.
Your Alter S deck. So, I mean, thankfully the trash. I'm trying to think. I'm sure Blitz's effect is once per turn.
It is.
Okay.
I double checked when we got this. I double checked.
Okay, but still, swinging twice with Alter S is pretty filthy because you could swing once, unsuspend, and then Evo into Alter B, and then swing for game.
And swing for game.
Yeah. Well, never mind. It wouldn't be game because Alter S only trashes 2 cards. Never mind. You would check all of their security in one turn, and most likely clear their board.
Yeah, clear their board. Oh, you have tamers? Not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore, bud. Hope you can win on your turn. Bro. Then we got a
something
tamer. Ty and Matt forecast all turns when one of your Digimon is played or Digivolves by suspending this tamer. If you have Digimon with Greymon in its name, gain 1 memory. If you have Digimon with Garurumon in its name, gain 1 memory. End of your turn, once per turn, one of your Digimon with Omnimon in its name may attack a player. Security, play this without paying the cost.
So I have a question about this card, the way it's reading. So when it says all turns when one of your Digimon is played or Digivolves, so is it only counting the card that is being played or Digivolved? Or if I have a Greymon and a Garurumon, am I gaining 2 memory?
You're gaining 2.
Okay.
It only triggers when a Digimon is played or Digivolves, but if you have both
of them,
you would gain 2 memory.
Yeah. Okay. Making sure, because I was like, this is basically a hard replacement in the Alter S deck. I mean, I would still personally play some of the old copies just so you could recycle from the trash.
You would need to, because it's the best way to put a second body on the field. But this, I do
but
like.
If we're getting a new level 3.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Brandon, I don't know.
Like 12 level 3s. Or you can play 14 level 3s.
Every time Sean establishes that tamer, every time I play against his Alter deck,
oh my god!
I'm upsetty spaghetti. But when I see this card, I'm not like, oh, okay, I'm dead now.
Yeah.
The other one, I'm like, I'm dead.
This doesn't say, hey, if I have combo, you just lose no matter how much memory you give me.
Yeah.
I do like
the tamer.
I do like the end of your turn effect. Like, you could potentially, I mean, obviously that deck's still really tight, but you could potentially fit this into Alter S and have it to where when your Omnimon goes into...
when you blitz, or not blitz, you could essentially blitz.
Essentially blitz
at a player. You could DNA and then blitz. And then you have reboot, so...
Yeah. Like, that could be cool.
I'd say it's at least a 2 of.
I don't know where you're finding the room for that, but I mean... I'm not cutting the other tamer down. It. Okay, I mean, look real hard.
All right.
Here's a high-res image of Omnimon. Looks like his effects are all the same as, I believe. Yeah. His effects.
Oh yeah, we don't have to update his effect. Yeah, we do have to update another effect.
Yeah, one of the effects did get updated. Davis and Ken 5-cost tamer, one of only 3 I can think of.
God, I hope it's not a secret.
It is a memory set. It's a rare.
It's a rare.
Okay, cool.
Start of your turn, if you have 2 or less memory, set it to 3. All turns when one of your level 5 or higher Digimon with the free trait would be deleted in battle. By suspending this tamer, you may play 1 level 4 or lower Digimon card from its Digivolution cards without paying the cost. Seems good. End of your turn, one of your Digimon with the free trait may attack an opponent's Digimon.
I would say this is okay, except for the deck, like, loves jamming? Am I missing something? But doesn't Imperial play a bunch of jamming?
No, but the thing is,
like if they get attacked over, I guess.
That's what I'm thinking.
I was gonna say it's the fact that it's all turns, so I guess it's okay. There are times where that end of turn attack is useful, because they're
essentially
you'll
just
digivolve.
blitz.
Yeah,
it's giving blitz to Imperial, essentially.
Yeah,
sort of. Yeah, pseudo blitz.
You could essentially right now its usage. I'm thinking of old Imperial. You could Evo into starter Imperial, spawn out 2 dudes, and then swing. That seems pretty cool.
Yeah.
If it passed turn.
If you weren't already suspended, but yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, proceed.
Return to the Ancestors, 2-cost option. Main, one of your Digimon may digivolve into a level 5 or higher Digimon card with a free trait in the hand with a Digivolution cost reduced by 4.
Pretty good.
Death to all purple players.
Then place this card in the battle area. All turns, when one of your Digimon with the free trait would be deleted other than by one of your effects, delay by digivolving that Digimon into a Digimon card with the Imperial Digimon in its name in the hand without paying the cost. Prevent that deletion. Security, you may play one Tamer card with Davis Motomiya or Ken Ichijoji in its name from your hand or trash without paying the cost and place this card in the battle area.
This is just like one of the greatest cards of all time, right?
This card is insane.
The fact you can essentially go into Paladin mode for free?
You know what this reminds me of?
Actually, I'm pretty sure.
You know what this reminds me of?
Mega Fusion.
Yeah.
It's pretty broken.
It's also think about it. We literally have a card on the restricted list right now, Reinforced Memory Boost. That's a 6-cost card.
Mm-hmm.
This is 2.
The only thing that's like preventing me from calling this the most overpowered card printed period is you do have to delete it. So if you're outing their stack by other means, you're safe. But yeah, most decks are going to have an issue with this.
The fact includes battle.
Includes battle, yes.
The fact that its security effect is just, hey, play a Tamer. And then normally it'd be like, add this to hand, or that's
place in battle area.
Place in battle area. It's like, oh, thank
I'm in danger. At least you're safe for that turn.
I guess.
Yeah, you're never safe against this deck.
All right. And then we have high quality Paladin mode Ace, which got a slight update on some of the words that were written on it.
Yeah, we finally have the full translation.
So on play / when digivolving, trash all Digivolution cards of all of your opponent's Digimon, then return all cards from your or your opponent's trash to the bottom of the deck. If this effect returned a white level 7 card, gain 3 memory, and then the when attacking effect's the same, which is insane because if they have a bunch of dudes, you just strip all their sources, you just kill them.
You just kill them. Yeah, we were talking about this when we first revealed it, and I was like, "Ah, man, I'm kind of upset. It only strips 1 source."
Yeah, so underwhelming.
Well, turns out it doesn't.
Turns out
he is him.
Yeah, turns out this card is absolutely disgusting. So this guy evos for 5 on top of an Imperial Digimon level 6. So you play this for 2, evo into him for 2, and then you can gain 3 memory. So you can evo into him for a net gain of 1 memory.
+1.
Yes. And then you just have this effect, which I guess you couldn't evo him into something else, but either way.
Who cares at that
who cares?
point?
You paid -1 memory to evo into him. Huh?
What is it a secret?
It is a super.
It's a super.
Oh my god, I'm going to go so...
the secret, we already know one of them. It's Greymon, right?
Greymon. We just haven't seen the second one.
Okay.
Yeah. Secret rare Gabumon dual card?
Hopefully it's Satan.
Don, are you ready for the oppression that is Imperial Digimon again?
I mean, I'll be sure not to play well, I'm sad because I want to build the Demon Lord deck.
Oh, this card.
But you'll only be able to play the Demon Lord deck for the brief time between EX6 and BT17.
Can we also talk about how this guy is just a walking option card as well? Because you can just on-play him.
Yeah, you can just slam him down. He's a 9-cost option that could keep you from decking out, Or he just merciful mode on cracks your opponent's deck.
You can make him 6.
Guys, scroll back up, Sean.
That's true. You could make him 6.
A little bit more. Oh, okay. Yeah. What? No, because he wouldn't have rush. I was thinking like, you know, if there's a way to combo with this card, that whole end of turn.
The tamer.
I mean, if you evo into him, yeah, but
yeah, if you evo, I was thinking of like you could just like if you could just on play, but I don't think there's any way to give this deck rush.
Not to my knowledge, no. But yeah, this guy is potentially a 6 cost option, like Brandon said, that just merciful modes your opponent's trash
into oblivion,
and then if they don't deal with him, he could potentially just swing on him.
Yep. Lethal for days.
Yeah. Insane card. Then we got some...
Alt-art fixing to be bussin'.
Ideally. Growlmon. When Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4,000 DP or less. If this effect didn't delete this Digimon, it gets plus 3,000 DP for the turn. Inherited all turns while you have 0 or less memory. Add 2,000 to the maximum this Digimon's DP-based deletion effects can delete.
No thanks.
So you have to essentially be passing turn to get optimal deletion.
I mean, you generally do when you play this deck.
Don't you have a Tocado that gains memory when you delete something?
Well, no, bad. All your stacks have Blitz if you have the EX2 Tocado, which is ideal.
I'm vibing with it.
Yeah, so like this basically just buffs up all your stuff if you're playing the deck correctly and you've seen that Tocado.
Yeah, I think this is just what power creep version of the is it EX2?
It's a power creep version of.
Yeah, you've played this deck more than me, so
in my opinion, it's a power creep version of the Growlmon X. Because because it's basically
the X line is the one that increases DP.
Yeah, deletion. The X line is the one that increases DP, but the X line is like super mid otherwise.
Yep.
Yeah, imagine having an X antibody line didn't give you protection. Couldn't be me.
Yeah, couldn't be Gallantmon either. Tocado, a new Tocado. Start your main phase of Digimon with Gilmon, Growlmon, and Gallantmon in its name. Gain 1 memory. End of your turn by placing this tamer in 1 Growlmon and 1 more Growlmon from your trash as the bottom resolution card of one of your Gilmon. That Digimon may digivolve into Gallantmon in the hand, ignoring its evolution requirements and without paying the cost.
Don't we already have this? Is this?
Yeah, this is literally a different version of the BT12 Tocado, which I don't know why they printed this.
How much does the BT12 cost? 3?
It's a 4 cost, but it's your memory setter.
Oh, okay. Oh.
But Sean, you gain a memory.
I guess.
I mean, I guess. I don't foresee people playing this. They could.
I mean, yeah, I would just want to spend the extra memory just to have a memory setter.
They will. They will if the altar goes super hard.
You're right.
I don't see myself playing this card. I don't see why you would play this over the other 2 Tocados.
Now, I think if they gave this card an inheritable, I think at that point maybe it's worth.
Potentially, but like the thing is this guy's only end of your turn. It's like you have to be passing turn. If you play the other one, you can do it whenever you want. So they can give you 10 memory, and you can warp using his effects into a Gallantmon, and don't have to worry about having to pass turn first. And also that Tocado gives you plus 2,000 DP for the turn when you do that effect. This one just
essentially has an inheritable.
Yeah, it effectively gives you an inheritable for the turn.
That's kind of dumb.
Yeah, I don't know. This seems like a worse version of the BT12 Tocado, in my opinion.
And then
and this is a high-res scan. Still busted. Can't wait to play this card.
Ooh, I can't wait to talk about these next 2.
All right, so we got new hybrid support. Cool. We'll start with a Goonimon, which is red-purple. Evo's on top of red or purple for 3. Or Evo's on top of Takuya Kambara or Burning... Okay. Evo's on top of Takuya for 2 memory. Or Burning Greymon for 1. And then you may digivolve this card from your hand onto one of your red tamers as if that card is a level 3 red Digimon. So that means Evo's for 3 on top of tamers, which kind of sucks.
Any tamer.
Besides Takuya.
Yeah. Which is good because the other BT12 support can only Evo on top of Takuya.
I mean, the only card you play in Red Hybrid's Takuya, so like I don't know why that would even matter.
It didn't matter once you got to BT12 because now you have 2 Takuyas.
Yeah.
Although it's kind of unfortunate he can't Evo on top of purple Tamers. It's just red.
Yeah, it is a little sad. I would like some more purple hybrid support, but maybe we'll get it eventually.
Yeah, where's Duskmon? Give me Duskmon.
Yeah. When Digivolving, if Burning Greymon is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, or if you have a blue or green Digimon or Tamer, this Digimon may Digivolve into Ancient Greymon in the hand for a Digivolution cost of 3, ignoring its Digivolution requirements. If Digivolved by this effect, delete this Digimon at the end of your turn. And then Inheritable, your turn, this Digimon gets plus 2000 DP.
Yeah. Reading this, it comes across as mid right off the bat. Right off the bat, it comes across as kind of mid. But it does get a lot better once we get to the Burning. Makes a lot more sense.
And then we have a Lobomon, which is a blue-yellow, so yellow hybrid support.
Yeah, they literally took the 4 best colors and put it into two cards.
That is true. Yeah, green and black are the 2 worst colors. Yeah.
Yep.
So it evos on top of yellow or blue for 3 memory, or it evos on top of Koji specifically for 2 memory, or Kendo Gurumon for 1. And then you may Digivolve this card from your hand onto one of your yellow Tamers if it were a level 3 yellow Digimon. And then when Digivolving, if Kendo Gurumon is in this Digimon's Evolution cards, or if you have a black or purple Digimon or Tamer, which is weird, this Digimon may Digivolve into Ancient Gurumon in the hand for a Digivolution cost of 3, ignoring its Digivolution requirements. If Digivolved by this effect, release Digimon at the end of a turn. Inheritable.
That can be... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, inheritable when attacking. If you have 7 or fewer cards in hand, draw 1. That's not once per turn.
That can't be right. It says yellow, not blue.
Yeah, it's yellow. So what I like about this is you can now play Shikuamon in yellow hybrid and actually DNA into him. That was my favorite part when I read this card.
Yeah, that's fine, but the Gunimon does on red, which works with its previous deck. Mm-hmm. But say you wanted to play this in like blue hybrid
with Tommy? Nope.
They deliberately did this clearly to give Koji support and not Tommy support.
I get that, but like that is so dumb.
Well, once we get to the Kendo and the Ancient, it'll make more sense.
Look through this
from
the lens of yellow hybrid support, and you'll be a little happier to see this card.
I'm not happy.
Okay.
Because Jet's still at 1.
True. Maybe we'll get a new Jet though. All right. So Burning.
And guess what? You know what they'll do? It can't Digivolve on top of yellow Tamers.
Well, it's a level 5, so...
It'll be green.
Okay. Burning Greymon. Evos on top of purple or red for 3. Evos on top of Takuya Kimbara for 2, or a Gunimon for 1. You may Digivolve this card from your hand onto one of your red Tamers if that card is a level 3 red Digimon. It has Raid, which... It's a 6,000 DP Digimon. Cool, whatever. When attacking, this Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon with card with the hybrid trait in the hand with the Digivolution cost reduced by 1. Inheritable, this Digimon gets plus 2,000 DP.
Yeah, so essentially, just a quick combo right now. You could raid into your opponent's Digimon using that reduction effect, assuming you're on top of a Takuya, to Evo into Aldamon, the actually good Aldamon, for 0. And then he's going to be 6k bigger because Aldamon's going to give himself 4k, and then the inheritable 2k. Oh, and then the inheritable 2k as well if you have the other Takuyas.
Yeah.
So you could basically have like a 14k plus raid purely off of swinging with a level 4.
I'm curious if a new Takuya is going to give us piercing.
That would be disgusting.
Because currently the only piercing inheritable you have is BT6 Flamemon.
Yeah.
Alright, then we have Kendo Gurumon. Evos for 3 memory on blue or yellow level 3s. Evos on top of Koji for 2 or Lobomon for 1. You may Digivolve this card from your hand onto one of your yellow Tamers if that card is a level 3 yellow Digimon. When attacking, draw 1. When attacking, this Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card with the hybrid trait in the hand with the Digivolution cost reduced by 1. Inheritable, when attacking, if you have 7 or fewer cards in your hand, draw 1, not once per turn.
That was pretty good.
Cards, so it's good.
Do what?
It draws cards, so it's good.
It does draw cards. It's a yellow hybrid card.
Brandon, you're eating right now, aren't you?
He is.
No.
He's eating like oatmeal or something.
Pasta.
All right. So...
No, yeah. You know what? I was literally just about to say it's just buttered noodles, Parmesan cheese.
This guy's
I'm not
calling
joking.
that pasta. That's not pasta.
Brandon, what are you eating?
Buttered noodles. He nodded.
It was 1,000%
Yeah,
correct.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would not call that pasta. Anyways, ancient.
The Italians are they're in uproar right now.
Yeah, for real, dude. You're basically eating ramen.
Yeah. Not even ramen. It's just butter and noodles, Sean. And with Parmesan cheese, that's it.
I mean, I'm really hungry. I could go for some buttered noodles, but I would not call it. I would not then call it pasta.
Just start screaming, Emily, buttered noodles. I need them.
Need them now. All right, Ancient Greymon. Evo's on top of purple or red level 5s for 4 memory. Security attack +1. On play / when digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with as much or less DP than this Digimon. So he's a 12 play cost.
It's always going to be bigger.
Yeah, he's a 12,000 DP Digimon, so like if you hard play him, there's a chance that your opponent's stuff will be bigger. But if you Evo into this guy on any red hybrid support, he's going to be huge. On deletion, return one Tamer card and one Digimon card with the hybrid trait from your trash to the hand. Then you may play one Tamer card from your hand without paying the cost. You can Digicross this guy with a Goonimon and Burning Greymon, reducing it by 3 for each. So you can reduce him by 6, making him a 6 to hard play.
6 play cost. I was waiting for you to get to the Digicross part.
So that means he is 16,000 coming down with the cards we just read, killing anything that doesn't have a buff besides, I believe, Omni X is 17k, and like we have 1 or 2 other cards that are 17k.
Yep. Was that
Omni
new
X
Imperial
16K?
Dramon?
Paladin? Pretty sure Paladin's only 16.
Is
Was he only 16?
Paladin's 16.
Is 16 the biggest threshold? Okay, so I'm just
No, 17 is.
Is Omni
Cross
X
7 is
17?
No, Cross 7 is.
Cross 7, 17. Okay.
Also, this works with the old promo Aguni.
Yeah. So
Pretty nutty.
I'm thankful you can't give this guy a rush, although if you pay 6 memory, generally you're going to be passing turn, but Red does have access to some stupid things like Gravity Crush and things like that, but doesn't seem to be a way to give him a rush currently, which is something that they shouldn't have given cross decks in the first place.
Yeah. I will say they did make sure to balance it. It does not and will never have hybrid in the trait.
Yeah.
Because it is an ancient warrior or 10 warrior.
Warriors, yeah.
So it's going to be very hard to search it. So that is a thing. I think only Bokomon.
Yeah, I was about to say Boko back in action.
Yeah. I think that's the only way to naturally search it.
Yeah.
Bogo never left, baby.
I think one of the Flamemons can search him, can't they? They can't? Okay.
None of them. The only one that can is the draw. Because you discard a card to draw.
Okay, well that's clearly not searching.
Can't even...
Yeah, it's not.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying.
God,
But
why'd you even
can't
say it like
discard
that?
him.
Just go on the next card, Sean.
Okay, anyways. Ancient Garurumon. He was on top of yellow or blue for 4 memory. On play / when digivolving, return one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level to the hand. So pretty mid compared to the other one. Your turn once per turn. When an effect adds cards to your or your opponent's hand, your opponent adds the top card of their security stack to the hand. That's pretty nice. And then on deletion, you may return one Tamer card, one Digimon card with the hybrid trait from your trash to the hand. Then you may play one Tamer card from your hand without paying the cost. You can Digicross this guy, minusing 3 for Lobomon and Kendo Garu.
I've been waiting like a week to make this joke. So,
It
bear
better
with
be
me
funny.
here. Man, dude, that ability to delete something based on your DP is so much more overpowered than just bot decking a random card.
What?
Oh my god, he doesn't even get it.
I don't.
Because it's Ancient Greymon,
Uh-huh.
I like it. right?
Okay.
It does exactly what Bond does, the Ace Bond.
Mm-hmm.
And
It does.
I have notoriously said that I liked Bond to Friendship more.
Yeah, you're wrong, but it's okay. You're allowed to be wrong.
Yeah, but now that it's a card I like...
Yeah, you can see the light and you realize that you were wrong.
No, Bond to Friendship's still better.
Okay, anyways. So, this guy is cool in the fact that he bounces something and puts a card to your opponent's...
yeah, the security part is really
so
good.
he's kind of like a Mirage, but he doesn't gain memory back, but that's still really strong. And you can play this in Yellow Hybrid.
Yellow Hybrid top end.
Yeah. So you could go Shikuamon, DNA, recover, bounce something, and then Evo into this guy, bounce something else, put the top card of the security to their hand. Swing for game. Seems pretty cool. Alright, and then we have our newest Shine Greymon, I'm assuming, support. Super disappointing, super mid, no thank you, Bandai.
Yeah, it is, Sean. You can tell because he's got the armbands on his hands.
He's got the belts on his hands. So his effects are, when attacking, by suspending one of your yellow tamers, draw one. While that is cool, because you can force suspend your Marcuses, if you're attacking with this guy, so you're evoing into a level 4 at best. Cool, thanks. I hate it. And then inherited your turn, all of your opponent's security Digimon get minus 3,000 DP. So it effectively turns your level 4 that you're evoing into an 8,000 DP Digimon, which is not a safe spot to be in when you're swinging at security.
As somebody who plays Garu, then yeah, I agree. That is not a safe place to be in. The fact when I saw this card and it didn't have more than one sentence on its main effect or its inherited, I immediately knew it was trash.
Yeah, and it's not dual color. Like, they're getting away from that. Like, every single Agumon we run in that deck is dual color. Just what is... I don't understand this. This is not going to get played unless we see some disgusting combo of the cards that have yet to be leaked. This guy seems bad. Just straight up, just not good. And then we have a new Marcus who... Every time I look at this picture, it looks like he has pigtails to me. I don't know if I'm the only person that sees this.
I thought the same thing just now.
Every time I look at it, at the very first time I look at it, I'm like, pigtails? No, wait, that's not what I'm looking at. But yeah, this is a 4-cost Marcus Damon. On play, one of your Marcus Damon is also treated as a 3,000 DP Digimon. Can't Digivolve and gains blocker until the end of your opponent's turn. That is kind of cool, so he can turn any of your other Marcus Damons into Digimon or that will be blockers until the end of your opponent's turn. So you could turn your good Marcus Damon into something. And then all turns when this tamer becomes suspended, one of your Digimon gets plus 3,000 DP for the turn. If you have a Digimon with Agumon or Greymon in its name, gain 1 memory. This is so incredibly mid.
Yeah, I can't see anybody playing this card.
Like, unless you just want to bump your tamer count up to like 10, I can't really picture people playing this card.
No, not at all.
It's like, it seems to me like it's like a worse version of the BT15 Marcus.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like, it gains memory when it's suspended, which that one did, but that one also was a memory setter, and you didn't care that it couldn't manually turn itself into a Digimon, which this can only do on play anyway.
Yeah, no, this card's trash.
Yeah, you don't play this card. Thanks for the Shine support. The
only thing I could see this, I mean, this is okay in with the burst mode, right? Because you would just on play it again, get its effect to make another like Marcus, like a Digimon or something like that. Like,
I guess, but at that point you should already be winning if you're like that.
Yeah,
if you have that much stuff going on, like your opponent should be dead.
It reads as win more with just burst mode.
Yes.
Yeah, like I could see you having the Shine on the board already. Okay, play this. Okay, activate effect, make one of your Marcuses a Digimon. Okay, burst it back to the hand, Digivolve into the burst, and then you play that again, move up another. But at that point, you should have already won.
Yeah, like if you have that many Marcuses on field in a burst mode, like the game's over. God, pigtails. Yeah, extremely disappointed, Bandai. Do better. What is this?
Do
They
better,
they saw what they were doing with ruin mode, and they were like, "Take it back, go back, go back."
I would. This is reminiscent of the BT14 Greymon support that we got. Like, it's just cards they printed, and they were like, "These are new, so people will probably like them." But you read them, and you're like, "I wouldn't play these over the cards we already have. Why'd you print these?"
Some people will play it. They'll see, new card, therefore must be good.
They will, and they'll hopefully eventually
Probably be Caleb.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say it, but yes, Caleb will play these because they're newer. I was thinking it, but you said it. So Shine Greymon Burst Ace, we've already seen this is just high res scan.
Yeah, looks cool.
Yes, he looks dope. I think I would probably play this maybe.
I mean, you're gonna get the alt art, so.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about it not looking nice. I'm just thinking about like the space that you would have for this card if you're playing Ruin Mode Turbo.
Yeah.
It is cool to have interaction on your opponent's turn though. Like I'll probably have some number of aces in my deck. All right, and then Chaosdramon, which when Chris read this card, he was extremely underwhelmed, and we had to point out something to him that this enables him to not lose to.
No. That was more of a meme. I have shifted on this card. I do like this
you
card.
shifted
straight up hating on
you
it.
shifted once I said something and pointed out something very important to you. So anyways, new Chaosdramon looks pretty dope. I like this art. It's an uncommon, so you're gonna have to pick up pre-release stamps most likely of this card.
Probably not gonna have an alt art either. Feels bad.
Probably not as an uncommon. I mean, Chaos X was a super and didn't have an alt art.
Yeah, right. Crazy. That's one of the only supers not to get an alt art.
Yeah. So there is one issue with it. It does not evo on top of Machinedramon. It doesn't have an alternate evo condition. It can evo on top of level 5 with SOC and trait for 3 or any black card for 4 memory. Or any black level 5, I should say.
See, this is one of these cards I'm talking about that I think would work better for the on-play with Supreme Connection.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's kind of what they seem to be moving with the support. But while you have a black tamer, you can also place cards from your trash and Digivolution cards for this card's Digicross. So it's a Digicross. On play,
which works with Supreme Connection.
Yes. On play / when Digivolving, by placing one card with the Cyborg or SOC trait from your trash as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution card, delete up to 7 play costs worth of your opponent's Digimon. All turns, when this Digimon will leave the battle area by one of your opponent's effects, by trashing 2 cards with the Machine, Cyborg, or SOC trait from this Digimon's Digivolution cards, prevent it from leaving. Digicross -2, Machinedramon, and then 1 level 5 with Cyborg and trait. So you could tuck Machinedramon underneath this guy, but you have to Digicross. So
you're reducing by 3 right there.
You're reducing by 4. So you play this. You play this guy for 8 memory. Supreme Connection reduces it by 3.
Yeah.
So you can play it for 5 memory if you Supreme Connection this guy out.
No, so, you know what? You know what card they want you to use with this?
Supreme Connection.
The Dark Master Machinedramon.
Oh, duh.
Right? Because it has.
Because it can't Evo. Its inheritable is like Reboot, though, isn't it?
Reboot, yeah. I know.
So, anyways, obviously we're not playing that because that's dumb. So the reason why this card is good. Let's touch on why it's good.
The Machinedramon effect.
So
that's what your antibodies for.
The reason why this card is good is because of the very few outs to Machinedramon besides de-evoing it, like Superior Mode, Chaos Dag, Lonky, Angemon. They cannot touch your Chaos X if he's sitting on top of this guy because he can protect himself all the same from those effects.
Yep.
And it does nothing.
Yeah, you don't just get outed by a level 4 now.
Yes.
Read it, Sean.
Read what?
The effect, like what word for word, what does it say?
It says, I mean, I just read it, but I'll read it again. All turns, when this Digimon...
turn his ears on.
Yeah, when this Digimon would leave the battle area by one of your opponent's effects, by trashing 2 cards with the Machine, Cyborg, or SOC trait from the Digimon's Digivolution cards, prevent it from leaving. So it's not even level 5s now, so you can trash like your rookie and stuff in there if you have it.
I guess if you also have the machine Dramon, the EX1 machine Dramon, and then Chaos X on top of this, it would just be impossible to get rid of.
Yeah, you'd have to de-evo it specifically, or they're never outing it.
Well, I mean, if you had EX1 under here and the Chaos X on top of it, does it still have the DP neg proof?
Yes. Chaos X gains all of the effects of the...
Well, I was saying, because how do you get the EX1's DP proof? Is it just one play, or...
It's just a passive effect.
Yeah, it just says all turns.
Okay.
It's Digimon.
Okay. Just checking.
Yeah, so Chaos X with this guy and the X1 Machine Dramon is invincible.
I mean, Leviathan still kills it.
Not if you have EX1 and Chaos Dramon underneath.
Well, I'm saying if it's the only card.
Well, you'd have to have this and EX1.
Yeah.
If you have both, Leviathan can't kill it.
Yeah, but Sean, I guess this could replace. I think it's BT11 Machine Dramon.
Probably.
But like, I'm not playing this over Chaos Dramon, the one we already have.
I wouldn't play it over it. I would just play some combination.
Yeah, some combination.
But like, this turns your terrible matchups, like Hunters, into jokes.
Yeah.
You're like, you literally can't win the game if I see this card. Like, this game's over. Scoop it up.
Yep.
And then obviously Chaos Dag and stuff like that. Like, pay 8 memory. I'll just attach 2 sources.
Get wrecked.
Yeah, whatever. So yeah, this is an incredible card for Machine Dramon. I'm kind of scared by that deck in BT17. But
I'll just stun it.
Anyways, good luck beating the other decks in that format with your old tired Melga deck.
Coming from somebody who's still playing Ragno TK, you dingus.
I mean, it's a broken deck. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, when you high rolled the Jesus out of me.
Dude, I high rolled you so hard.
God.
I love that the
disappointment in my voice when you like read Mem boosted and I saw the flame.
It was the first card I flipped. Yep.
All right.
Listen, that doesn't beat. I was watching this Digimon video one time, and it was Dorbrickmon versus whatever the other guy was playing. literally, turn 1, he threw his whole hand down and put Dorbrickmon on top, and it had, I think, Blitz. Checked all his security, rebooted, and then the next turn he just killed him. It was literally like a 2-turn game. It was crazy.
Yeah, Dorbrick has rush.
Like the god hand.
Yeah.
Perfect.
The issue is he loses to security. Like,
yes,
if he dies after you drop your whole hand, the game's over.
You're done.
Yep.
So this appears to be the Machine Dramon Agumon. It is Reptile and SOC in its traits, Virus. It has an effect. All turns once per turn when one of your Kosuke Kisakata is played, gain 1 memory and draw 1. And inheritable is Reboot.
That's one of my favorite pastimes, Sean, trying to pronounce names.
Trying to pronounce Japanese names that I've never heard read out loud. Yes, it is a little tricky for me.
I would assume it's pronunciated Kosuke. I don't think you say Suke.
Whatever, weeb. Anyways. So we don't have that tamer yet, so I guess we'll figure out what this deck does whenever we see that tamer.
It's going to be a Mind Link tamer, right? It's got to be?
Probably.
Most likely, because it's an SOC card.
It's an SOC.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cerberusmon Werewolf mode. Looks pretty cool.
Interesting. Still getting support for that. Okay.
Yeah, blue-purple. When Digivolving, you may play 1 blue or purple level 3 Digimon card from your trash or from one of your Digimon's evolution cards without paying the cost. At the next end of your opponent's turn, return that Digimon to the hand. Rule has dark animal type. And heritable, all turns once per turn. When an effect plays one of your Digimon, return one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon to the hand.
Okay.
Seems
kind of mid.
Interesting. Yeah.
It's an interesting card. I'll say that.
I just love how...
Who cares?
I love how it's like at the end of your opponent's turn, put it back in your hand.
You better watch out. I can recycle my one of Gabu X with that card. Better watch yourself.
I hope you put that in your Melga deck.
I will never put that in my Melga deck.
Then we have Xiaomon. Inheritable, your turn once per turn. When one of your Digimon is played from Digivolution cards, draw 1.
Okay.
Cool, I guess.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think I'd still use the Bukemon that gains you a memory. But
I would too, dude. Memory gain's definitely where you want to be if you have the option. Labramon. That looks pretty stupid.
That is adorable. What are you talking about?
That dog looks so.
What is that dog doing?
The return of what that dog doing.
God.
It's because we're melting all their ice caps, Sean. He's sad.
Anyway, he looks stupid. Like, there's no thoughts. Only Labramon.
Only babe.
Give him that bone, Sean.
Got that dog in him.
Pause, plug in P. Alright, on play, by placing one Caesarmon or blue level 3 Digimon card from your hand as this Digimon's bottom resolution card, draw 1. Inheritable when attacking once per turn. If this Digimon has jamming, gain 1 memory. So this is literally power creeped Labramon from EX2, I think.
Yeah, it's one of those sets.
I don't know. I mean, we don't know what the rest of his line is.
It's
so I mean,
literally
this
the next
could
card.
Yeah, Caesar.
This is the end of
What
it.
about the? Oh, this is it. It's just these 2 cards.
Yeah, because it's based on the movie.
This is a champion. On play / when Digivolving by placing one blue level 3 Digimon card from your hand as this Digimon's bottom resolution card. One of your Digimon gains jamming for the turn. Inheritable, jamming.
What movie?
I think it's the season 3 kids.
The dumb little dog
I haven't
movie.
seen this one.
Oh, lame.
Just guessing from the character design of how it's like drawn, I'm assuming this is from season.
And there's this girl. She's the tamer for the archetype. She's really upset that her dog is so stupid. Look at that face.
Oh my God.
The concern.
Stop it.
The concern. Her name is Minami, whatever.
I mean, that first read was pretty good.
No. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Minami. That's what we're going with.
Yeah, Minami. How would you say it? My namey?
Minami.
Minami? Minami?
Minami. Yeah, I like Chris's
My
better.
name I.
With a name like that, you'd also have a look like that on your face.
Yeah, for real, dude. She's trying to pronounce her name. Like, that's the face. That's my face if my parents named me that. On play, you may play one Labramon or Caesarmon from your hand or one of your Digimon Digivolution cards without paying the cost. Your turn. When one of your Digimon is played from Digivolution cards by suspending this tamer, one of your blue Digimon gains Rush for the turn. Security, play it without paying the cost. This is like so bad. Like, what is happening?
You know what this reminds me of? That random. Which set was it? It was like, I think it was an EX set where they gave us Marine Angemon and then the
EX2.
Tamer.
Oh,
in
the
that
Tamer,
season.
dude.
EX2, yeah.
EX2.
Yeah, EX2.
Yeah, where they just randomly gave us like a couple
just
of those cards.
2 cards, and you're like,
And then that's
so
it.
yeah, it's like I see something, a semblance of cooking, but like nothing else in the set or anything we've ever had printed really does anything for this.
Yeah, I don't even think this archetype has a level 5 in the set.
This
Is it an archetype? Is it? Or is it just a collection of 3 cards?
I don't think
it's
this
4,
collection of
dude.
3
The
cards goes past
Xiaomon,
3.
the Xiaomon is also a part of the archetype.
Oh, he got me. Yeah, I
That
don't
thing
think it goes up to
definitely
5
evos into
cards.
that dumb little dog. Look at his little marshmallow.
You
got
Right.
the mini marshmallow in the jumbo
Sean!
market.
All that. Anyways,
do you own any dogs?
yeah, I have 2 dogs.
Okay, I
My
want to
dogs
do a
don't look
welfare
stupid
check
like
on
that dog.
Can we get a welfare
Can we
check on
get
the
a
dog?
welfare check on Sean's dogs?
I'm just screaming
They
at them.
walk
You
around
better
the
quit
house.
looking so stupid.
They walk around the house with little dunce caps on.
Stupid looking dog. All right, so
Damn Eustace from Courage the Cowardly Dog.
so maybe some good support. We'll see. Digimon or Gigimon, however you want to say it. Inheritable when attacking by paying 1 memory. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3,000 DP or less.
Okay.
It's okay. I mean, it pops Floodgate Rickies for 1 memory, but you have to already be attacking.
And you're also going to be increasing that even higher with other inheritables.
Yeah, all of your inheritables. You could potentially pay 1 memory to be popping something pretty monstrous.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure by the time you get to level 3, you're probably popping like a 5 to 6k.
Yes. And then the
Is that the first Tama? Is that the first Tama that's like do this by paying a memory?
Pay a memory? I think so.
I think
otherwise, it's just been level 3s and 4s and stuff that do it.
There are some that do something to gain a memory, but I think this is the first one that's like pay a memory to do something.
Pay a memory for it? Okay.
Yeah, which is it's an interesting effect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gilmon, your turn once per turn when one of your Calumon. Please don't make us play Calumon in this deck. You're putting
I'm already out on this card.
Putting Sistermons into Gallantmon. Thanks, Bandai.
No, just the next word.
Or Tamers with Takato Matsuki. But the fact that they even mention it right here, like, this doesn't need to be on the card. No one's playing Calumon.
You have those people. You have those Gallantmon stands. They're going to be like, yes, my playset of Altart Calumon finally coming into action.
I mean,
is that what they sound like,
Those
Brandon?
are actual people.
Yes. Those are actual people. They exist.
Or Tamers with Takato Matsuki. One of them goes to
our locals.
And its name is played. You're not wrong. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3,000 DP or less. If this effect didn't delete, gain 1 memory.
Oh, okay.
And inheritable all turns while you have 0 or less memory, add 2,000 to the maximum this Digimon's DP-based deletion effects can delete.
Okay.
So the Gilmon seems decent. So you can play a Takato for 1 memory fewer, basically, as long as there's nothing that you're on your opponent's field that you can delete.
I will say, this card for me right now is a 0 out of 10. Where's the bread?
What?
Oh my god.
He doesn't have any bread.
I haven't seen this season. You have to fill me in on this joke.
Oh, he loves bread. That's why, like, bread is, like, almost everywhere in his cards. It's kind of hilarious.
It looks like he's playing with trains and a color.
Takato's found a bread shop, and when Takato was trying to hide him, he just kept stealing the family's like day-old bread and then feeding it to Guilmon. Guilmon hasn't had a decent meal in its entire life. It is just bread.
It's living on buttered noodles like your brother.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, that's still probably a better diet than whenever Sean feeds his dumb dogs.
Hey, my dogs aren't dumb. I said that dog was dumb. My dogs.
Oh, okay.
Well, one of them is smart. The other one's jury's
see, the truth comes out.
She doesn't look.
He thinks his dog is dumb.
She doesn't look dumb though. She's just a goober.
Uh-huh.
Her spatial awareness is not where you'd expect it to be with how old she is. So, War Growlmon. When Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 6,000 DP or less. If this effect didn't delete, this Digimon gains security attack +1 for the turn. Inheritable, all turns once per turn. When an effect deletes an opponent's Digimon, you may unsuspend this Digimon with Gallantmon in its name.
Oh, I like the Inheritable. That's really good. Giving anything the ability to unsuspend is very nice. Especially in red when they already have like a bunch of security checks. I mean, can we just talk about how you can make Crimson Mode unsuspend?
Yeah, you can swing twice and just kill people.
Pretty great.
Yeah.
That's pretty good because I think one of the weakest parts of Gallamon's deck is its level 5s, right?
It's the fact it still doesn't have protection.
Or is it 4? Or is it its 4s?
It's the 4s. Because you have...
4s, okay.
Yeah, it's definitely the 4s that are the weakest part. Because, like...
Yeah. Because you have the memory gain one.
Yeah, the memory gain one from the starter deck, which I actually don't really like. And then you
get the X antibody, which is kind of bad.
X antibody line's trash. The ones I was playing are Black Growlmon, which doesn't even actually count as a level 4 for like the Warp Takato. And then Growlmon from EX3, which is also Black Growlmon, but it's just called Growlmon. And then the Growlmon from BT12, which plays your Takato if you don't already have one.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
But yeah, the choices are pretty slim for level 4s. But this is, you could definitely play this as your level 5s.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Solid effect. Argomon support. I haven't seen anything like that since BT2.
Alright, I'm going to be real with you. Who is that? We'll get there when we get there. But who is that? I don't even know who that is.
She's from the Jamaican bobsled team. So
okay.
we have Argomon, new Digitama, inheritable one opponent's turn. While this Digimon is Argomon, it gains blocker.
Okay.
Okay, that's cool.
Cool, I guess. Then we have Feel the Rhythm, Feel the Rhyme. Watch out now, it's bobsled time. 4-cost Tamer. Your turn, when an effect suspends one of your Digimon, you may suspend this Tamer. Your turn, when this Tamer becomes suspended, gain 1 memory. Then if you have Argomon or a yellow Digimon with Agumon or Greymon in its name, draw 1. Security play without paying the cost. So this is like also Shine support, but I don't get it.
What is going on here?
When I read
Who is this?
When I read this, I was so confused.
We need the rest of the line. We need more of the cards.
Are we getting another line? Are you telling me these are the cards that are taking up slots, not giving me an Omni deck?
Apparently, we're going to get an Argomon / Shine Greymon deck in BT17.
You liar.
I wish I was.
Go to the next card.
I don't
trash out of my face.
don't understand why this card is the way it is. You know what? Yeah, no, never mind. I don't know what they're doing.
I'm giving it a 5 out of 5.
Is it because
If that Tsunamon can be a 3 out of 5, this is a 5 out of 5.
Morphomon?
Kick your butt.
Your turn, when the Digimon would Digivolve into Eosmon, reduce the Digivolution cost by 1. Inheritable, your turn.
I know one person that's excited about this.
Mel. Inheritable, your turn once per
guy in our
turn.
comments.
When one of your other Eosmon is played, the Digimon may Digivolve into Eosmon in your hand with the Digivolution cost reduced by 3.
Okay, at least it reduces it by 3.
Who cares?
Wow.
Yeah, deck sucks. That needs far more support than whatever that was. Then we have Anuma Noa Bellucci. On play by
got that name right.
Yeah, her name is not Japanese. Her name's Italian, I'm pretty sure. On play by trashing 1 Morphomon or Eosmon in your hand, draw 2. Okay, that's decent.
For 3, that's not bad.
Okay.
Yeah. All turns, while you have Eosmon, all of your opponent's tamers on play effects don't activate. That's pretty strong.
Oh, okay. That's good.
That's cool.
More tamer stunning for that deck.
Yeah, and then opponent's turn, once per turn, when one of your Eosmon will leave the battle area by an opponent's effect, by deleting one of your other Eosmon, prevent it from leaving. Security play it without paying the cost.
It's just decoy, but just for Eosmon.
It's not decoy. Decoy is a terrible mechanic. This is better than decoy.
Okay, yeah, because it's when it would leave the battle area.
This is an Omni
so
protection besides battle.
Yeah,
that card's really good.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good for a really bad deck.
Yeah. We'll see if it gets any better with this next card.
Let's see, yeah, this is a new Mega level Eosmon. What is going on in this artwork?
It has no Digivolution cost.
Yeah, this is probably going to be a Digicross or something. It has a when Digivolving effect. So
it has a bracket.
Yeah, it can't raw dog Evo on top of a color. It has to Evo on top of Eosmon level 5 for 4 memory.
Huh, okay. First time that's happened, right?
Yes. I think that's the first time we've seen a card like this that didn't have an Evo condition, but also had a bracket. Besides, if we had brackets back when BT7 came out, the Lucemon Chaos mode would have had brackets on it.
Yeah, it would have. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
When Digivolving / when attacking once per turn, you may play 1 level 5 or lower Eosmon from your hand without paying the cost. All turns once per turn, whenever your Eosmon is played, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with as much or less DP as that Digimon. Your turn, for each tamer, all of your Eosmons get plus 1000 DP.
Okay.
Yeah, deck still seems pretty bad.
Yeah, I was about to say, I just don't think this was strong enough.
It's not. With this would have been good if we had gotten this, like, maybe in BT6. Like, if we'd gotten these cards in BT6. Maybe. I'm not even sure.
Would have stood a chance.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
It probably still would have hard lost to Gabubon because they just would have botched out all your Eosmons, but yeah. Then we have another little baby archetype, Darkmon, purple yellow, level 4. Evolves on top of Hippogryphinmon for 1. Has Retail. And then when evolving, draw 1 and trash 1 card in your hand. Then if Hippogryphinmon is in this Digimon Digivolution cards, this Digimon may Digivolve into Mermucusmon in your hand for a Digivolution cost of 2, ignoring its Digivolution requirements. Inheritable Retail.
Okay.
And then...
just having Retail is okay.
Yeah, pretty solid. And then Hippogryphinmon is level 5. This little guy. Evolves on top of Darkmon for 3 memory. Has Blocker. When Digivolving, you may play 1 level 3 purple or yellow Digimon card from your hand without paying the cost. Inheritable Blocker.
I can play Gabu X for that.
Oh my god.
You sure can, dude. You sure can. I'm glad you're always looking through that lens. Then we have the rest of this little baby archetype. We have a new Ornismon. That's this bird-looking thing right here.
Bird.
I believe... Is that the Digimon that Parrotmon digivolved into, Brandon?
No, not even close.
No, not even close. That one was like
wow,
golden,
Chris, way to be
wasn't
wrong.
it?
God. So wrong.
Super duper wrong. What? We don't have that card yet in the game, do we?
We have an Ornismon.
No. I was talking about the...
Oh, okay. I was like, we definitely have both of these.
We don't even Parrotmon.
Yeah, that is really
True.
weird.
Maybe it'll be the secret rare.
Parrotmon's like iconic.
Yeah, for how bodied he gets.
Yeah, Greymon literally eats him.
He's the OG
Rips his wing
Leomon.
off. Stabs him in the face.
Alright, Ornismon. On play / when Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon. All turns, while you have another level 6 Digimon, this Digimon gets plus 2000 DP and gains security attack plus 1.
Okay.
Mermucusmon. Evil's on top of Darkmon with Hippogryphinmon in the sources for 4 memory. Okay. When Digivolving, if Darkmon or Hippogryphinmon are in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, by deleting one of your other Digimon, you may play 1 Ornismon from your trash without paying the cost. All turns, once per turn, when one of your other Digimon is deleted, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with equal or lower level as the deleted Digimon.
Am I missing something, or is there a way to tuck the level 5?
Yes.
The way that reads.
You can Evo the level 5, or you can Evo the Darkmon on top of the level 5. So, like, you can...
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
For 1. Okay.
You can also... So, if you Evo this on top of the Hippogryphinmon for 1 memory, you can then Evo into Mermucusmon for 2 memory, using the Darkmon's effect.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So, you can pay 3 memory to go from the level 5 to
and
this
then
guy.
end your turn with 2 level 6s out.
Assuming you have a second body, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, there's also another Mermucusmon from BT8, I think. Maybe
That sounds like a set I wouldn't remember.
That old?
Maybe it's BT6. So we had a set of these 2 cards. I want to say it's either BT6 or BT8. And the other one, I believe it was this guy's effect was on deletion. If you had 10 or more cards in trash, you could play an Ornismon from your trash without paying the cost. And
BT6.
It was BT6?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just had like a core memory unlocked.
And that Ornismon came out and deleted a level 5 or lower, I believe, on play.
Ew.
And I think it just had statically security attack plus 1, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, because if you remember, I'm about to show it. I don't know if you guys can see, my screen's kind of tiny. He's like sitting on a throne.
Oh yeah, I remember these cards. I remember reading them before the pre-release and thinking I might be able to get the combo.
Ornismon.
I pulled 2 of both and never got the combo off. Sag.
Sag, indeed.
Yeah. So that's little baby archetype. You can play some of those old BT6 cards in. Seems cool, I guess, for the pre-release. Bibimon. Inheritable your turn once per turn. When effect adds a tamer card to this Digimon's Digivolution cards, gain 1 memory.
Have to be some kind of mind link, right?
Yeah, it's Mind Link.
Yeah, Mind Link support.
So at least it's like a free memory every time you do it.
I mean, yeah, it's cool. The concerning thing I have is like, I guess this is the rest of. Okay, all right.
Yeah, we're about to get the actual Mind Link Tamer in a second. I'm pretty sure.
All right, Leon Alexander, AKA, or I guess his trait is Abaddon Electronics. He looks like an incredible douche.
I wouldn't let that guy into my house.
He's got his Motorola Beats by Dre's on. They have an M on him for some reason.
Okay.
Security, play this card without paying the cost. Start your main phase if you have a Digimon with Pulsemon in its text. Gain 1 memory. Main Mind Link with one of your Digimon with Pulsemon in its text. Inheritable all turns while the Digimon has Pulsemon in its text. It gains blocker and barrier. End of all turns, you may play the dude back out for free.
That's pretty busted.
That is very good.
It's good for specifically Pulsemon decks, yeah, which don't exist currently.
Yeah, I mean, this could be the start of it.
Yeah. Hacker's Pride.
Yeah, because they've always tried to do like a Pulsemon deck, but it's just never very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This could be the start of
the right
something.
direction.
Yeah, it's just like too many conditions for a lot of their cards.
Yeah. Main, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with Pulsemon in its text among them to your hand. Turn the rest to the bottom of the deck, then place this card in the battle area. Main, delay by placing the top card of one of your level 4 or higher Digimon with Pulsemon in its text on top of your security stack. Gain 2 memory. Security, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1. Okay, it's the same thing as the main effect.
Same thing.
So
it also has the trait of the Abaddon Electronics.
Yeah, it has that same trait. So this effectively de-evos your Digimon to get you 2 memory.
And increases your security.
So it recovers...
Which I think that deck had a problem with getting security back, didn't it? Once you hit
it had an issue maintaining the 3 security specifically it needed for like all of its effects to pop off.
Yeah. Yeah. So I could see this being neat to help you keep that at a good spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you really want to waste your resources like that?
It seems like...
I mean, you're playing yellow. You can just play... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
I was going to say, you're playing yellow. You're probably going to have a way to manipulate.
Yeah, I'm curious if they're going to get like a security Digimon, and that way you'd benefit from putting on top of your security stack. But as it stands, it seems kind of weird.
You mean like that LM card?
Yeah, something like that, but like a level 5 or level 6. Are Pulsemon's vaccines, or are they data? Oh, never mind. We have a Pulsemon
vaccine.
Right here. They're vaccines. Okay, so you can de-evo it.
You can literally play the one of...
You can play the Emissary of Hope
or the
card.
one cost, I mean.
Yeah. So you can just evo back into something to reproc its effect if you're trying to do that.
And you're net gaining 1 memory off of that?
You're actually net losing...
Well, if you already have the delay card out.
That's
you're gaining 2 by putting it in security stack, and then you activate the 1 cost option.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I apologize.
I accept your apology.
I need to eat something. Pulsemon.
I just very politely asked my wife to cook me some noodles, and she did it, and I was very happy.
I'm sure you threatened to beat her. Pulsemon.
Why?
Why do you guys... You'd have to answer that question to us, man. I don't know why you do it.
I don't beat my wife.
I mean, that sounds like somebody, that beats
why
their
you
wife
getting so defensive, Brandon?
Methinks he doth protest too much.
Oh my god. You're right. I should just sit here and go, you know what, guys?
That's what I do, dude. If someone accuses me of something, I just lean super heavily into it. I'm like, you're right.
To an uncomfortable degree.
Yeah. I just go straight in the other direction. Because where do they go from there? If you're just like, yeah, dude, you're right. They have nothing else to say. The conversation's over. Evil's on top of BBmon for 0. Start your main phase by placing 1 Leon Alexander from your hand as a Digimon's bottom resolution card. If you have 3 or more security cards, gain 1 memory. If you have 2 or fewer security cards, recover +1.
Oh, okay.
Inheritable all turns while Digimon has Pulsemon in its text, it gets +1000 DP.
The inheritables, okay. The fact that it's all turns, very good. But that start a main phase.
I mean, I'm surprised you didn't give it a 5 out of 5 just based on the inheritable alone.
Plus the BB, so you're gaining 2 memory, tucking that tamer in there.
Can we talk about the art and how he's trolling Lugamon?
Yeah, he's like, you're trash.
I'm the Mind Link deck now.
Yep, that's what he's laughing at. Goblymon.
Oh, he's a super rare. Oh.
Is he? No, he's not. Oh,
yeah, not that Goblymon.
I was like, what? It says C clearly on the card.
Gobbly being a super rare?
Yeah. Okay,
Gobbledy's nuts.
So Pulsemon is a super rare, so that means that is an archetype they're trying to flesh out for real.
For real.
Notice that dumb dog was like a common or something.
He was also a super rare.
Was he really? I don't.
No, are we talking about the Labra? Oh, I thought you were talking about Luga.
That is a C, dude.
Yeah, we know the Labras. I thought you were talking about the Luga.
No, obviously I know that card's a super, Brandon.
Go back. Jeez Louise.
Goblymon. He's on top of green and purple Tamas for 0, because why not? Whatever. On play, by deleting one of your other Digimon, delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. Inheritable Retaliation.
Okay.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like Retaliation as inheritable.
I mean, they've been
like the 4th one we've had.
Yeah, they've been sprinkling that into purple for a while.
We don't need more.
Yeah.
Just give me Retail the deck now. Dude, let's see what happens.
If we get Greymon support, we don't care about Retail.
True.
Pippismon. It's a Zubat with rabies.
Oh, no.
It's an armor. It has armor purge. Evil's on top of Patamon for 2 memory.
It's Patamon's armor
what? I don't understand what's happening here. When did Pata turn into this?
This thing is disgusting looking.
Okay.
It's my sleep paralysis demon.
For real, dude. Also, fun fact, if you're not running Patamon Tribal, this is not going to be even on top of any other yellow rookies.
Nice.
I mean, there's a blue Pata.
Oh, yeah, there is a blue Pata. You're right.
That's the DNA Pata.
I think there's actually a rookie.
Actually, there's 2.
I think there's a vanilla blue Pata, too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Armor Purge. When Digivolving, trash the bottom 2 Digivolution cards of one of your opponent's Digimon. Your turn, when this Digimon attacks an opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards, delete that Digimon. So this is a Catastor.
Yeah, I saw that meme. Now it makes sense.
Yeah, these are the same picture. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
According to the wife, who is a Patamon lover, this thing is a 0 out of 10. She said, and I quote, "What happened to him?"
Oh, so she's not familiar with whatever lore this is from either?
Hell no, I don't think anybody is. What is this nightmare fuel?
I can't even see Patamon.
Where did the Red Wolf go?
Why does this look like... Why is this Patamon?
The only thing I can see that's even Patamon adjacent is the ears.
Yeah, that's like basically...
Big ears.
Like, yeah. And I guess maybe the... This looks like a Sukaimon, like if anything, but whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways,
get it off my screen.
So you can just attack into anything. It could be a level 7 that your opponent hard played on you because it has effect now.
Oh my god, this thing's OP at outs in Paladin mode.
It does. You trash all their sources and swing into it and blow it up.
Oh my god.
Get wrecked.
How to beat Paladin mode.
Yeah. Step 1, don't play purple. Renamon. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 Digimon card with Cubimon, Taomon, or Sukuimon in its name and 1 Riko Nanoka, or 1 option card with a cost of 2 or more among them to the hand. Return the rest to the bottom of the deck. There it is. Inheritable, your turn once per turn. When you use an option card with a cost of 2 or more, one of your opponent's Digimon gains security attack -1 until the end of their turn.
Okay, at least the inheritable's okay, but...
I mean, the search is basically what that deck needed, because the deck was full of just super inconsistent searching.
Brick City.
Yeah. It was like all kinds of conflicting searches. Like the deck was just a box of bricks. This Akuyamon looks pretty cool. I like this artwork.
Yeah.
I am not a fan of the Rika art.
Is she like having flashbacks of when she was happy? Is that what this is?
Oh, it's a Naruto card.
It's flashback the card, yeah.
Yeah, she's like, man, I was such a happy little dummy.
It's literally Naruto the card.
Look at
I remember when I had a Labramon that was dumb.
Yeah. No, this is her face with Labramon. This is her face without Labramon. This is your brain on Labramon.
Okay. We
Right.
got it.
Start a main phase as 3-cost tamer. If your opponent has a Digimon, gain 1 memory. Main by placing this tamer and 1 Cubimon and 1 Talmon from your trash as a bottom Digivolution card of one of your Renamon. That Digimon may Digivolve into Sakuyamon in your hand for a Digivolution cost of 4, ignoring its Digivolution requirements. If Digivolve, by this effect, you may return 1 option card from your trash to the hand. Security play without paying the effect. Without paying the cost.
I think it would have been infinitely cooler if it just let you activate the option card from trash.
I mean, the Sakuyamons usually let you play an option card for free.
Oh, yeah. It'll probably have a Wind Digivolving.
So it effectively is doing that.
I will retract that statement until we read the Sakuyamon.
Alright, so let's see the Sakuyamon. Evil's on top of Sakuyamon Maid Mode for 1 memory, or a yellow level 5 for 3. Has Barrier. When Digivolving one of your opponent's Digimon, gets minus 6,000 DP for the turn. Then you may use 1 option card with plugin in its name, or 1 yellow option card with a cost of 5 or less from your hand without paying the cost.
There it is.
Your turn once per turn. When using an option card with a cost of 2 or more, the Digimon can't be returned to the hand or deck by your opponent's effects until the end of their turn.
That's very good. I'm actually surprised at how much that is actually pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, the deck still doesn't really have a win condition, but this seems like a pretty good card. I really do like this artwork.
Well, I guess you could
pink
you
roses.
could use the red plugin to get security check +1.
You could.
And
At
then you have
11,000 DP?
Yeah.
We have Barrier now.
I mean, true.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
And, you know, you're not worried about dying to... Well, no, yeah, because it's just returned.
Yeah, you could still be deleted.
Yeah, you still lose to a starter deck 1 Gaia Force.
You do. You lose to one of the oldest cards in the game still. But it's a step in the right direction.
All right, now I think we're moving on to promos.
Wanyamon. Let's see what. So we got a Wanyamon right here.
Oh my god, he's a whole ball.
He is.
I love him. I want 12.
When attacking, once per turn, if the Digimon has the Nature Spirits trait, draw 1. Okay.
I don't know what that is, but I want it.
Minimon. This is this purple little bugger right here. When
Love him
attacking, once per turn, if the Digimon is multicolored, by trashing 1 card in your hand, delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon. That is so incredibly specific. I would not play this in Purpurial.
Purpurial support.
No, this is not Purpurial support.
Bad Purpurial support.
Basically, yeah. Extramon, which is whatever this thing is.
He looks like a baby, baby Shivamon. Shivamon, that's the thing I'm thinking
I think he is. I'm pretty sure we got an Extramon in BT8 when we got Shivamon for the first time.
Yeah.
So
okay, proceed.
Eva's on top of Pulsemon for 2. When Digivolving, if you have 3 or more security cards, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers. If you have 3 or fewer security cards, one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers can't unsuspend until the end of their turn. Inheritable all turns. Once per turn, when the Digimon becomes suspended, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon with as much or less DP as this Digimon.
Okay, a lot of suspending. That's good. And the ability to stun if you're in the right circumstance.
Mm-hmm. Then we have Digimon Liberator, which is this option here. Has Liberator in its traits. While you have a Digimon or Tamer with the Liberator trait, you may use this card ignoring color requirements. Main, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with the Liberator trait among them to the hand. Return the rest to the bottom of the deck. Then you may play 1 card with a Liberator trait and a play cost of 3 or less from your hand without paying the cost. Security, activate this card's main effect.
Alright, so at least it searches itself. That's nice.
Yeah, so you could, combo into these, actually.
Yeah.
If you had all 4 in your hand, you could play them all for 3 memory.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yep.
We're getting the rest. Okay. There's 2 more reveals since we've started the pod.
Yeah, that's what this notification is at the top. Parasitemon. Hand main, by paying 4 costs, place this card as the bottom Digivolution card of one of your level 5 or higher Digimon. You may suspend one of your opponent's Digimon and attack an opponent's Digimon with the Digimon this card was placed under. Alliance. End of attack. You may place this Digimon as the bottom Digivolution card of one of your other Digimon. Inheritable. All turns, when an opponent's effect would delete this Digimon, you may play 1 Parasitemon from this Digimon's Digivolution cards without paying the cost. Also, your turn Digimon gets plus 3,000 DP.
Why does this read as a really annoying card?
Because it would be. Also, I just noticed it has 4,000 DP.
Yeah, it's not very strong.
It just reads as the most annoying card.
That's
Which makes so much sense because it's a parasite.
Yeah.
Then we have this gorgeous alt art of the
Notice how many
BT15.
stars?
It has 2 stars. We'll probably get a 3-star. There's Ty in the back.
Yeah, so we still haven't seen the 1-star alt art.
Oh yeah, you're right. We haven't. We've just seen this one.
So this is going to be a chase alt art.
Yeah. That's kind of disappointing. This is going to be expensive.
Yeah, I mean, look how gold it is.
Yeah, it's very golden. It's giving golden god.
Yeah. First appearance of Paramon.
Yep.
Shout out Paramon.
Golfmon. Evil's on top of a level 5 with Dark Masters in its text for 3 memory. Okay. On play / Windage Evolving. By placing 1 level 5 card with Dark Masters in its text from your hand or trash as the Digimon's bottom Digivolution card, delete one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon. When attacking, by returning 7 cards from your opponent's trash to the bottom of the deck, unsuspend this Digimon.
Okay.
I mean, it's Apocalypse
Too
support.
late. It's too late, Bandai. You killed this deck. Moving on.
Yeah, it's Apocalypse support for some reason. This is Apocalypse in the background, isn't it?
Yes.
Interesting. I wonder, what is this, dude? Is this
That's
mouth?
his tummy.
Is that those are lips.
Yeah. Yeah, it says...
What am I looking at?
Can I say this on the pod?
Why are you looking at the card, Sean? This deck is dead, okay? Stop asking questions.
I mean, they're clearly trying to print cards to make up for the fact that they had to banhammer the boss monster. All right, so we have Simamon. Inherited on deletion, if this Digimon has the unidentified trait Gain 1 Memory, this is worse than the other 2 options we already have, in my opinion.
Agreed. Yep. Pretty mid.
Yeah, whatever. Do better, Bandai. Then we have a new Caramon. So this is BT15 Caramon. That looks pretty sick.
Yeah, I love the art. Too bad he's a common, so he's not going to be foil.
Sadly. Opponent's turn. When an opponent's Digimon is played or Digivolves, if that Digimon is level 5 or higher, this Digimon may Digivolve into an Infermon in the hand, ignoring its Digivolution requirements and without paying the cost. Inheritable on deletion, if this card has the unidentified trait, you may play 1 Diaboromon token without paying the cost. That is good.
So basically,
Infermon from this set lets you go straight into Diaboromon.
You can pop a token and Evo into Diaboromon.
Yo.
Yeah. I was also gonna say if you don't have the token on board and this happens, your opponent attacks, you can Dia Ace.
Yeah, you can blast Evo them if they Evo and then swing, or play and then swing.
Well, imagine like you promote, let's say, Kurosari.
Okay, I'm imagining.
You swing, it dies.
Okay.
You play the token. And then you just hard play him. And then your opponent's just like, oh, I'm not reading what my opponent does. I'm Caleb. Let me Evo. All right, cool. I have Diaboromon now.
Me and the Cult of Chris are not. We don't appreciate that. We love Caleb.
You and the Cucks.
Damn
Cult
right.
of Chris.
What?
The Cucks.
We call all my followers.
Him and his burner accounts. We call them the Cult of Chris. CUC. Cucks.
They're just dudes that like Chris. They like Chris a lot. It's cool.
For some reason. They look at his stupid face.
And I love them too.
Look at that face of the guy that just did not think to swing over the superior mode. Just staring him in the face.
I'm just happy he finally got a haircut and he doesn't have those goofy side-like things coming out anymore.
I actually can't tell because of your camera quality and the fact that you have giant headphones on that you got a haircut.
Yeah.
Camera quality. I'm sorry, Sean.
I wasn't trying to make a comment on the fact that you don't have good camera quality. I'm just saying those are the reasons why I can't tell.
You already did.
It's too late. His feelings are hurt.
Dude, watching
his day is ruined.
Just choose not to swing over that superior mode last night, I just gotta say, was like watching a car wreck in slow motion.
You can't stop it.
I'm just sitting next to Solar,
Thanks.
watching you take your turn, and just screaming in my head. Just swing over the. There's no reason not to swing over the superior mode. It doesn't even have material save. He loses everything. It's dead.
Everything under it's gone.
Everything's gone. And you just Evo into quartz. And you have one security. He can't win the game. The game is over.
It is one of the biggest blunders of my Digimon playing career. Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's up there with.
How do you want me to clear your
that one's
board?
going to be on camera, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so it's going to be right up there with how do you want me to clear your board?
Yeah, how do you want me to clear your board? I think.
Okay. I will say I don't think I've had a moment where I've had to put my foot in my mouth faster than that. Have I said something that dumb during a game before?
I mean, I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
I mean, besides, like, did you evolve into Garurumon?
Do we count how many times you punch the table?
Is he punching the table?
Yeah, Brandon's always.
Table?
I mean, I can't even play.
That's not punching. That's like that's exaggerated like arm flaps. Yeah, I'm exacerbated.
You do.
Brandon would be the worst poker player.
Oh yeah, dude.
Of all.
Why do you think I'm playing Digimon?
It's so obvious when your hand is not like you make it abundantly clear that your hand is trash.
Yeah, so my opponent can hurry up and end the game so we can get to game 2.
God, I still remember when you would brick back in the old days for mulligans, and you would just like start basically just straight up saying your hand just because of how bad it was. Just like it's all over force.
Well, yeah, if you have bad hand, you have bad hand. Sometimes there's no coming out of it.
Yeah, what's funny is some players are just oblivious, even if you straight up say it that you can't play. They just
I'm aware.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Here's my 80,000 piece play.
Oh yeah, okay, that actually wasn't who I was referring to, but yeah, that's another person. Just
okay. Let's wrap it up. I don't get paid by the hour.
All right, and we have comment questions, which I almost forgot about. JFox50 said, "Why is Chris so cool?" And also, when is Caleb going to be a guest on the podcast? He is a store champion.
I replied to that comment. I let him know why.
Caleb's way too camera shy.
Yeah, Caleb is a little camera shy, and I'm also not sure if he would have the setup to actually be on the pod.
We'll just have him share the room with Chris.
I'd allow Caleb here.
We'll get one of those headphone jack splitters.
Nah, he'd have to sit in your lap.
You're damn right. I'd love to sit right here.
Come here.
All right, Caleb. Go ahead. Tell them. Tell them.
Tell them
why do you think BT14 is why do you think BT14 War Greymon's good?
No, why do you think BT14 Greymon is good? Why do you insist on putting index? So obviously that wasn't really a question. Chris isn't cool, and
wow.
Yeah. I honestly don't think Caleb would want to be on the podcast because like Brandon said, he is a little camera shy. Also, I think it would be kind of disappointing for those of you. I feel like the mental image of people that they've like built of Caleb in their heads is going to be better.
Caleb is 6'6", 220 pounds of raw muscle. He is the mightiest of mighty humans.
Yeah, like we all love Caleb, but I don't know how entertaining he would be on the podcast for you guys.
I love playing against Caleb. I really wish we had played against him last night.
Yeah, I always enjoy our games.
He was playing Proxy. No, what is it called? Galacti?
Yeah, Galacticmon.
Galactimon, yeah. Galactic.
Yeah. Yep, you got it.
Galactic.
David Williford 5757 said, "Yo, would you guys discuss in the next podcast what you think counters this meta? Lugamon, Leviamon, Numamon, etc. Seems like it's going to be a wide board meta."
Is Leviamon wide board?
Leviamon is not, but Luga and Numamon are.
Red hybrid.
Yeah,
so
red
obviously
hybrid.
That would be your answer.
Goes. Red hybrid plays well into. Well, I guess the Lugamon could be like. Luga would be kind of like a toss-up.
Can't turn your tamers into poop.
Luga either kills red hybrid too fast.
It's a plus matchup for red hybrid because you play the cards that stop them from popping off. Although with the new BT15 support, they can now counter that with the new Luga. They can promote, swing, pop your dude, and go off from there.
Yeah, I mean, okay, sure. If you see your Crimson, if you preemptively Crimson Blaze, sure.
If they have a Luga, a BT14 Luga in Raising, and I have the ability to like choke the memory by hard playing a Gatsu, or preemptively Crimson Blaze, I'm gonna do it. Because if they can't play bodies from their trash, they can't play. They're not OTKing me. It stalls them out for a turn. That's a plus
Can't they just
play.
Can't they just kill the Gatsumon super easy?
Now with the BT15 Luga they can, but before that, not really.
Okay, yeah, we're in.
But again,
BT15.
if I see that Luga in the Raising, obviously I'm not just going to hard play the Gatsu. I just play the Crimson and tell them to eat a bag of rocks
for the full 6.
Yeah, if it means they can't play a turn, what are they going to do? Play more tamers? All right, cool.
Okay, but you didn't play a turn either.
Are you assuming that I'm just raw dogging this thing without like let's say I start at 3. Warp Evo into Emperor, swing for 3 checks, no option cards trigger. All right, cool. You have a Luga in Raising, Crimson Blaze. You have 6 memory. Good luck not playing the game. The best they can do is Hell Luger my Emperor Greymon away. And then I get free value out of it. And no, this isn't, Brandon has optimal. I'm just saying Red Hybrid's a plus matchup in that.
It sounds like you just opened the nuts.
Sounds like. So, hold on. And then what do you do on the following turn?
Kill them. They had to skip a turn.
Continue turning your stuff sideways.
Okay, yeah.
What he said.
What is your board right now, Brandon? What is your board right now? Your Emperor attacks again. Okay.
Stuff.
So let me guess. In your scenario, you had multiple tamers out.
In my scenario, opening turn, BT7 Flame, BT12 Aguni.
Okay, so you just had
opening
the nuts.
turn.
I mean, yeah, okay.
I had it 3 games in a row against Sean. It's not crazy.
You're saying
I still won.
Okay.
I know.
I'm saying
you double alt me. I could get out of here. Whose side are you on?
My nuts are better than your nuts.
How dare you?
No, I'm saying your scenario, you said you promoted, Digivolved into Emperor, swung for 3 checks, okay? Is this the first time you swung at them, so they still have 2 security?
Yeah.
Right? Okay, how many tamers do you have on the board? Right now in your scenario, you have what, 2?
If they kill the Emperor,
he obviously has quadruple Grav Crush in his hand and like 5 tamers on the field and 8 hybrids in hand. Duh.
That's literally Red Hybrid. You're just describing Red Hybrid.
I also gave you 15 cards in your hand, Brandon. Clearly, I
Thank
was
you.
Yeah, like,
give me more resources.
What is going on right now?
Do I need to go
Judge? Judge, it's my camera angle, Judge.
Literally,
go out to the kitchen.
Brandon,
both of the deck. I'll give you Lugamon. Do you want to play Lugamon?
Of course, I will play Lugamon, sure, but and I will miss every single one of my effects and triggers.
That's
of course, Brandon. Any deck is good against any deck when you're creating the scenario. Yeah, Brandon, I could say I have X and X cards.
But what is Luga's good scenario against Red Hybrid?
Killing
they brick?
Killing you while you brick.
I kill you before you can kill me.
Yeah. He wants to know what your nuts look like.
I'm sorry, Brandon. In my scenario, before you could do that to me, I was actually promoting that Lugamon. I had every single level 4 in my hand that I needed. I had all the Chimera Mons in my hand, and my graveyard's already loaded with the Black Gato Mons.
Graveyard. We're playing Yu-Gi-Oh now.
Nice.
My trash? I'm sorry. My trash is already fueled with my Black Gato Mons. And all of your security are just level 3 rookies. So how does Red Hybrid win that?
Okay, that sounds like, hear me out now, you high rolled and I low rolled.
Oh, okay, sure.
Are you saying that unironically, Brandon?
My scenario did not require Luga to low roll.
Yes, it did.
Okay.
No, I'm saying they have their setup. They're ready to go. They're ready to pop off. I played the deck. I know how this works. You promote a 3.
Do you, though?
The AG.
Do you? The viewers might disagree with that statement.
Knowing how to play it and actively doing it, 2 different things. I know what the cards do. I'm not like Chris. I'm not like Chris, and I don't just like to play devil's advocate because I have all these feelings coming out of my butthole. Because you just want to disagree with me.
Okay, so in my...
No, but, like, you play the outs.
Why does he have feelings coming out of his butthole, Brandon?
I don't.
Because he's butthurt.
What did he eat?
Listen, I'm not disagreeing that Red... Oh, yeah.
That could potentially have you having feelings leaking out of your butthole. Yeah, that's true.
Listen, I'm not disagreeing that Red... I'm not disagreeing that Red Hybrid isn't a good matchup into it. I'm saying I think it's a lot more even than you think it is. If Luga just high Brandon, they're just gonna high roll you. Okay, and that happens a lot in that deck. It's a purple deck.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? With your logic, Sean, your Ragna OTK deck is tier 0. Because if you high roll, you high roll.
I mean,
tier 0.
It's not. Lugamon's more consistent than that.
Lugamon's far more consistent.
Well, I'm just saying it, but we're high rolling. We're high rolling.
Yeah, but so are you. Your description was also a high roll. You act like you've never bricked with Red Hybrid. Like, we all know that's not true.
Yes!
You brick with every deck! That's a low roll!
Brandon,
that's RNG!
Brandon, you had a play up against security control. You lost that match.
You literally...
No, we drew. It's not a loss.
You drew against Setcon playing Red Hybrid.
Because they took 40 in the round.
It doesn't matter. Their turns could have taken half an hour. You still should have 2-0'd that matchup.
Yeah, I should have. Didn't see Aldemon, though.
Yeah, exactly.
So what does this have to do with Luga?
You're not getting it,
You're saying it's a plus matchup. I'm saying it's more even than that.
It's like
I'm not saying Red Hybrid isn't good into it.
I would go... The lowest I'm going is 60-40.
I mean, I would say it's probably around there.
Yeah. You're making it sound like it's 80-20, 70-30.
Yeah, you're like, dude, don't even sit down if you're playing that deck.
Yeah, don't even sit.
I'm going to go circle my name 2-0. Thank you very much.
You playing Luga this week? Yeah, okay, I'll just go.
Yeah, I'll just go mark it down.
You play Red Hybrid? Yeah, you just got it, man.
You got it.
All right, you know, whose question was this?
Why are you going to besmirch their name or something?
I might.
I mean, it's your fault for...
I think...
Yeah. I also have an answer to the question.
I haven't either. I think with wide...
That's the answer.
God.
I think decks that can play those floodgates are good answers. Red Hybrid is a good call into some of those decks.
Yes.
Because it can play those floodgates.
Just dodge
but still you're gonna have a hard You're gonna have a hard time.
You have to dodge Machine Dramon, which is basically unwinnable.
I also would say your locals is like flooded with like a Numamon or even like Lugamon. If the Lugamon doesn't just straight up kill you, I would say play a green deck and then just play Quartz. Or any deck that can play Quartz. Because Quartz just answers all those decks. Yeah. I would say even play the Rose X. Test it out. every time they played out a Digimon, you just suspend it.
Yeah, Rose X is actually pretty brutal versus Luga because they promote and you're just like, okay, cool, suspend it.
Yeah. So play Rose X, give it a try, play with Quartz, boom, you'll just beat them that way. So now Levia X, I don't have an answer for. That's just floodgate cards, But even then, they have cards that do just get rid of your floodgates. So
yeah, my answer is it's 3 cards. Death X, which answers someone's board if they pop off on you and don't kill you.
So play that in Red Hybrid.
Merciful Mode, which preemptively answers their setup. So this answers Luga and what was the other one we were just talking about? Honestly, it's good against Red Hybrid too, but
Levia.
Yeah, Levia. Because like if they Biting Crush and discard a Levia, you just bot deck it and they're like, cool, my Biting Crush doesn't do anything anymore. And then Ruin Mode. Just don't.
I was gonna say, he didn't bring up Ruin Mode, but I don't.
Pricey deck.
You just have to hope your opponent bricks with Ruin Mode.
That's literally the only way you lose with Ruin Mode is to yourself. If you see your stuff, they're not winning the game. It doesn't matter what
there's just no way. There's no way to dodge the DP reduction. I mean, you could say Machine Dramon. Like I could play EX1 Machine Dramon on you, but that's it.
Yeah. You have to see that one in particular.
I'd ask Brandon, but I know it's just Red Hybrid, and not only did he see the Gotso, the Crimson Blaze, but he also hard dropped the Omni. All the Merciful Mode,
yeah.
He Merciful Moded on top of the Blitz Omni. So like he swung for game and then Merciful Moded on top of the Blitz Omni just because. Yeah. Brandon is the king of win more. He's the king of I still had all of these.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the Caleb matchup?
I'm talking about all your matchups. Literally, because you didn't hit stop immediately, I got to see you show your opponent how you could have won even more at the end of every single game.
Yeah, if that wouldn't have killed you, I still had this in hand.
Just in case I needed it, could have done this and this.
They always, without doubt, go, oh, if I'd have had another turn, I would have won.
I've never heard someone say that out loud to me.
Dude, I swear to God, they always say that crap to me.
Oh, maybe it's because it's you.
Probably. Right, what's the next comment question?
That was it.
Oh, that was it? Okay.
Wasn't there one that was talking about, like, if there was a tournament, what would we bring or something?
Oh, there was somebody that asked if we were going to be in a case tournament, although I assumed they needed that answer quicker rather than later, and this is a week later, but if you were going to play in a case tournament, what deck would you bring? I just answered that in the comments and said Ruin Mode Turbo. Like
Ruin Mode Turbo.
Yeah. If I am playing in a competitive event this format, I am playing Ruin Mode Turbo. Like that is the deck of choice.
I mean, if you want a more budget answer, any of the tier 0 decks
S tier.
Or S tier is a pretty good call. Well, I think as far as budget goes, would we say Yellow Vaccine's the cheapest?
As far as S, I don't know. It's frozen on his thumb. It looks like. As far as S tier, could be. Did he go balls? Is that top of his head? Bye, Chris.
Oh, he's gone now.
As far as S tier decks go, probably, but it's still not that cheap because Gatto's a super, Pata's a super, Andromon's a secret.
Yeah, so it's probably Luga now. Because you only have to pick up the...
I guess, yeah, you just need to get...
3 super rares.
The Finns, the Lugas, and what else is a super?
I don't know.
Oh, Chimera.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Chimera. So, yeah, I guess Finn would be the cheapest of the S tiers. Chris is there
any other super in that deck besides Chimera?
I don't know what happened. It was weird.
I can't think of any.
Dropped.
I mean, you're going to have to drop some money on Analog. Analog's a bit expensive.
It's a rare. I mean, those things can't be more than $5 right now, I would imagine.
I don't think the deck's necessarily cheap because you got to have at least 3 Chimeramons.
You can get away with 2.
Yeah.
Most lists only played 1.
Yeah, it's usually 2 or 1.
Really?
Yeah, I ran 2.
He's talking about like budget friendly as far as like all the S tier decks, like which is the cheapest to build.
Yeah, so Ruin is definitely the most expensive.
Yeah,
and then we were debating between Vaccine and Luga, and I think it's Luga because Vaccine got Gato and Angemon Ace. It just has more.
Yeah, they have
Angemon
more
and Patamon.
Yeah, Angemon's only like $10 right now. It's kind of crazy.
Really, I thought it was like 15 last time I looked.
I think the best budget friendly / entry starting deck would be Red Hybrid, right?
Yeah, just go Burr. Just play cards, go Burr.
Like,
I guess
friendly.
The only supers you would need are the Emperors, I think. So I guess it wouldn't be that bad.
The rest is rares, commons, and uncommons.
Yeah, so that might, but that's not S tier unless you're Brandon.
No, it's not S tier.
It's tier 0 if you're Brandon and you open the nuts.
Mirage might be.
Mirage,
I don't know how much burst modes.
Yeah, Mirage is pretty cheap.
I think the most expensive card is probably going to be either your burst mode or your
it's the Super Mirage.
BT11 Mirage.
Yeah, BT11 Mirage is going to be the most expensive card, and that's probably only like $5 right now. Because the alt art's only like 10 or 15, so the Super can't be.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. Mirage regular art is $3.
Okay.
Burst mode.
It's probably like $1 or $2.
15 cents.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
But if you have the money, I would play Ruin Mode Turbo. The only games you lose are to yourself.
Is this the case tournament question?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably over by now, but
yeah, I would probably go with red hybrid or I'd go with something flexible, like, because most of the time you're going into that, I don't know if it's like your locals, it's more of like a wider tournament, so they're probably playing something meta. Meta. So I would say play something flexible if you're unsure and you don't want to play that meta style deck, like Ruin Mode would be.
So it cut out when you were like, I would say Ruin Mode.
Yeah, that's the last thing I heard. The only reason I would not recommend Red Hybrid is because there is... No, I was going to say there is a chance that you could run into the one impenetrable wall that cannot be beat, and that is Machine Dramon.
Alphamon.
That is Machine Dramon.
Alphamon.
So, if there is the chance... Because the problem with it is you do have that one deck that just auto hard counters you. So
nobody slobs on a deck's knob harder than Brandon.
This man literally just argued so... I'm not going to get into it because I'm going to freeze again.
Yeah, in specific matchups, it's absolutely
You're right, Brandon.
whacked.
You're right. Don't bring the deck that you said has all these floodgates. Don't bring that deck to a case tournament because there's a chance that you might run into the one Machine Dramon player. You're right.
100%, dude.
If you're playing a deck that hard loses to one matchup, maybe play something like Chris was saying, more flexible. But no, let's just jump on Brandon. Oh, you're so stupid. You're writing this deck, but now you're saying don't play the deck?
No one called you a Labramon, Brandon.
Well, joke's on you guys, because I'm more of a cat person.
In the podcast, before I freeze again. All right. Good job, boys. Sean, go eat.
Solid, yes.
Go get you some num-nums.
See you guys later.
Go get your chicky nugget.